again. And listen, we got sound. Do you hear that?
Folder view lit. Real weather lip RCV restream chat 6 of 66.
Can y'all hear that? I want to
Cursor,
make sure you can
cursor,
hear it.
normal cursor.
Here it is. We got it.
Restream chat row 1 column 1. Wait cursor. Restream chat.
Ladies
Message,
and gentlemen, we have...
Enable button.
We have sound. We have got sound. I am excited
Normal
about
cursor.
that for sure.
Ops 20. Lockheed Martin.
And maybe Mr. Bishop will come back up. I'm sure he will. This guy, he's been a really, really awesome supporter. I mean, all you guys are awesome. But I mean, he's really been. Me and Bishop go back a long time. We've known each other for a very long time, and he's always been a good guy. Always out to, he's just never negative. You know what I mean? One of them guys you can hang out with, and which I mean, I know other people that way too. Don't think that I'm sitting here like giving him the trophy of the year, but I'm saying just the amount of time we've known each other, and we went a while, didn't talk, and then he met back up, and just the same cool guy. He's a cool guy. And if you are listening or watching, please go into the chat. Let me know you're there. I'm going to need some assistance on a couple things. So I need ears and I need eyes. So if you are with me, I need ears and eyes. Are you with me? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll go about doing this, and hopefully we can do this flight and it not get all crazy like it did last time we did the flight to Charlotte. Alright, so I'm going to try to contact someone while we're sitting here. And I know you guys are hearing the fan, but it's a sound pack that I'm using. It, for some reason, they use the fan in it. I don't know what the reason is. Even at cold and dark, the fan's on. I think it might have been custom. I don't know what. Maybe so we'd have at least ATC if we didn't, wasn't powered up or something. I don't know. Open messenger.
December 7th, U, 12:27. U, 12, U, December 2, U, December, U, double tap, red active, U, back, 600, message.
Oh, wrong one.
Message seen, Chuck Robbins, message seen, Lois Hughes, message, Chuck Robinson, U, message seen, Lois Hughes, you, waving hand, message seen, red active, last active, 30 minutes ago, unread, Lois Hughes, loading, 100% video chat, 100 video chat, Lois Hughes, video chat, back, 5 unread message, video chat, unread message, U, 100% Lois Hughes, video chat, Lois 100% Lois Hughes, 100% video chat, Lois Hughes, active 30 minutes ago, voice call, video, voice call.
Here's what I want. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I got some eyeballs that I need if she's... I don't know if she worked tonight or if she's off. I don't know. Come on, answer your phone. Why don't you answer your phone?
You sent.
Alright, 1 second, folks. We're going to do something here. Hold on 1 second. My audio might be still for a minute. Hold on. Alright. So, we got that done. we are ready to do this now that the sound pack has been straightened out. I can actually do what I wanted to do from the beginning without, this thing acting silly and not wanting to. For some reason, sound pack just started up and it wasn't working. I'm like, what's going on here?
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V5.
All right, all sounds are working. That's in the cockpit, outside the cockpit. So we're good there. All right, let's go up
Folder
to...
view, Turtle Beach, Twitch chat, team view, team talk 5, app start cursor. Team talk 5, classic V5, postman the cooldown. The cooldown dash level 2 John, level 1 the hangout, level 2 Bible study left pair John, level 2.
All right, so here we are. We're
Ops
on the server.
28.1.2 left parent. Ops 28. Start virtual. Start recording checkbox not. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
Let's,
Channels list preview. John level 2. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar.
we're going to hide that.
Lockheed.
All right, we got
Folder view list.
everything we
Team
need
talk 5,
here.
Flight simulator first officer. Prop 3 of 60s. App start cursor. Normal cursor. Form 1. Connected button.
All right, that's
Lockheed Martin
connected.
registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. V5. Total fuel : 46,020.
Total fuel is 46,721,000,000. Wait, I said that
5.2
backwards,
pounds.
didn't I? Yeah, I do believe so.
Lockheed Martin registered.
Goodness.
Prepar.
And here's Brandon, Mr. Brandon.
Form 1 row 1 column 2.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Lockheed Martin registered.
there he
Prepar
is.
3D
All
registered.
right.
V5.
Now we
Lockheed
got
Martin
him up here
registered.
with
Prepar
us.
3D registered.
so it's been quite the day, man. I'm doing a test here on the. As you remember, the last flight to Charlotte went down to Charlotte,
Yeah.
down the Charlotte. If you think about it, if you go back and you think about at least the last 4 or 5 times I've tried to fly to Charlotte, I've always had a problem trying to fly there.
Well, they don't call it Shortcut Charlotte for nothing.
And, I don't know what it is. I thought, well, maybe it's scenery, but I don't think so. The thing is
Who knows?
the flight plan that I loaded, it matched up. Everything was in the CDU that, like the SID, it was there. Because sometimes you do a flight plan, which you don't know this, at least for PMVG, but you will. Sometimes you'll go to load you'll go in, you'll add your CDU for your departure, and that CDU is not there on the list.
Yeah.
So then you just got to leave it. You don't put nothing. Just leave it, and you end up doing a direct. And same with stars. Sometimes the star's not there. Don't pick a star. Just leave it the way it is, and do a direct to your transition.
You're right.
Other times, it's all there. Just like with this flight plan here. It was all there. So we're going to try to figure out what the problem is. As I do my descent, I'm going to try to... And, I don't know if it was weather, because weather was kind of, crappy, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it was clear in Charlotte, so I don't know that was really the problem or not. All I can do is guess at this point. The weather taking off from Indianapolis, I'm going to tell you right now. This will give you an idea of how bad it was. Even when it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Wind gusts. Wind and wind gusts. I took off with flaps 15.
Oh, man.
That's how bad it was. And if you got to take off with flaps 15 and you're in a 737,
That is bad.
you got problems. We got up in the air. That wasn't no big deal, but I just don't understand this whole thing with the, with flying there. I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, I went to start the flight earlier. Had to disconnect twice because my sound wasn't working. I was getting no fan sound.
Oh, boy.
But I fixed that. That's done. Guys, the reason you're hearing a fan on this one, we are in code and dark, but the way they did the sound pack, I think they did the fan so that if you're at cold and dark, you can still get your ATC. Turn it on and have your ATC.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I can figure. Because technically, I'm going to get technical on you because George was being technical with me just last night. We were talking about everything. Technically, you don't start out in cold and dark.
Right.
Because usually you get on the plane and that plane's already been up and going. Now, it might be off, but it's not cold and dark. Because, you know, you'll be sitting at the gate, and then from the gates, once they pull you or whatever, the tug comes and gets you, then you'll hear the engines fire up. So you know you're not running at the gate. Not always.
Nope.
If you take a, what are they called? Not the stairs, jetway?
Jetway.
If you take the jetway, then the jet is up and running because you can hear it. Sometimes, not always, but I've had both. I've gotten on when the plane's already running, and I've gotten on without it running. Both. Some of them jetways are pretty interesting because some of them pretty daggone fancy, man. Like,
They
got,
are.
got the carpet and all that. Like, man, roll out the
Yep.
red carpet. Roll it out. But, Brandon, how's Christmas going for you, my friend?
Going good, going good. It's warmed up, thankfully, above freezing, I'm glad to say.
Yeah, me too, man.
We're gonna get below freezing tonight, but thankfully our highs have been definitely.
Are you going
much
below
more
zero
improved than
tonight?
A couple of days ago. No, thankfully.
Oh, I thought you said you was. Okay.
We're only we're only going to go into the 20s to mid upper 20s to lower 30s, not
All right,
below
let's,
zero. Thank you.
Let's take a
Goodness.
peekaboo. Hey, Google, what is tonight's weather going to be?
Right now in Scottsburg, it's 15 degrees and clear. Tonight, the forecast is around 14 with scattered snow showers.
Oh,
Can you do anything to
boy.
prevent that from happening?
Obviously not.
Obviously not. It'd be nice if you could just say, hey, Google, will you give me 70-degree weather tomorrow, please? It's like, what?
Tomorrow in Scottsburg, there will be snow showers with a high of 29 and a low of 23.
That is not nice of her to say that. You know what? Be quiet. I'm done talking to you. I'll show her. So,
Snow showers. Boy, I'm glad I'm not dealing with that.
I figured I did a video, I don't know, it was a while back, and something that somebody mentioned to me that they wanted. So I was doing a video on the leg page, and it's just one of the things, you do a video and you're not thinking about what people don't know, so you kind of just do this, and this. But if they're new, you got to kind of be specific, right? Like,
Yeah.
and being you're going to be going through training, I figured, why not put Brandon on the spot tonight? Because Brandon likes being put on the
Oh,
spot.
good lord.
He enjoys it. And
No,
we're
sometimes I don't enjoy it.
Brandon's going to answer the questions as we go through our leg page. It ain't going to take forever. It just
Oh boy.
it won't be that long, because I want to see if after this flight ain't that long, and I was going to, maybe if you don't want to, that's fine, but I need to do a recording for Stand. I've not done one for it's been a minute, and I really need to. I need not to let that fade out, but we'll see how you're doing at that time. We'll see how long it takes. How's that? We'll just go with
Alright.
that. And actually, Brandon, he kind of likes these. I don't want to say a lesson because you don't have the plane in front of you, but these reviews because he can go through it and he's memorized everything. It's the thing with Brandon, he's memorized the CDU and he's never touched it. So, the one thing that I wanted to explain the CDU a little more to help people better understand kind of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got your left soft 1 to left soft 6. Right soft 1 to right soft 6. Now, for those that are visually impaired, even myself, we all know what Braille is. We've all had a part of Braille at some point or another, I would think. I would surely think that most people visually impaired has touched Braille somewhere.
You'd be surprised at some that don't.
Well, there are some that's got, there's some that have vision conditions that's better than even being low vision. Like they're visually impaired,
Yeah.
but it's not low, like low vision where, they can, man, there was kids at my school that could catch a ball being tossed at them, stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
that's, well, there was one guy that went to my school that actually was legally blind in one eye, but not the other. And he drove.
Mm-hmm.
How he managed to still go to that school, I don't know. We never understood that. I mean,
That's baffling.
before he started driving, his mom and daddy brought him to school in a limousine every morning. I'm not kidding
Oh,
you.
wow.
Well, it probably wasn't mommy and daddy in the limousine. It was just the driver, but so he probably had a real.
So he came from a really, really well off.
Oh, very, very,
family.
very well off. You could tell by the way, you could just tell by the way he talked, the way he acted.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid brought in a $1,000 safe to put in his bedroom. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So, let's.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepare 3D at the handout dash team. Restream chat row 1 column 4. Restream chat
See
row
what
1
we're
column
going
1.
to do because nobody is talking on
Restream
the
chat
chat
document.
at the moment.
Restream chat.
So guess what we're going to do? We're going to kill the restream
No title.
or the chat.
Aw.
At least for now, because when
Folder view list.
every little thing
Form
that
1
you
row
use,
Lockheed Martin the
obviously
handout
it
dash
takes
team
up
star untitled
a
dash
little
notepad
more,
row 1 column. Form 1 row 1 column 1.
and I'm going to go through this leg
Lockheed
thing
Martin registered.
quick
Pre the
enough so
handout dash
we're not
team
here
top 5
forever
classic
doing
V
it.
5.6.30 star untitled form 1 row 1 column. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepare Lockheed
Alright.
Martin
Yeah.
registered. Prepare 3D.
So I'm going to open up the cockpit door
Door 1 open.
and let the co-pilot do his thing, make him do a walk around, freeze his butt off, and we'll sit in the cockpit and drink coffee. All right, so let me give you a description, hopefully, that will help you better understand. So basically, think of two columns, one on the left and one on the right. Obviously, the ones on the left would be your
Good afternoon, Captain.
left soft.
Left off.
Battery on.
And the
Battery
ones on the
active.
right
Linux
would
master
be-
active.
message displayed. Single
Unknown
FMC
person.
operation.
IRS GPS light on. Oxygen level
Exactly.
67%.
And so, usually
Navigation
when
on.
looking at,
CDU message cleared.
when you're doing
IRS
your
GPS light off.
departure and arrival,
Flight recorder light off. Flight control left bracket A right bracket low
Your
pressure light on.
runways are
Flight control
always
left
on
bracket
the
B
right
right bracket
side.
low pressure light on. Yaw damper light on.
always.
Field dip pressure light on. Speed trim
Never,
failed light
ever
on.
will you
Mach
have
trim failed light
runways
on.
as
Transfer
left
bus
soft.
number 1 light on.
Runways will always be right soft.
Transfer bus number 2
One,
light on. DC
2,
source light on.
3,
AC
4,
source light
5,
on.
or
F slash O heat light on.
Now there can be
Right
multiple
elevator pivot heat
pages,
light on.
2, 3,
Right alpha
4
vane light on.
pages,
O pivot heat light on.
but
they're
IRS
all
warning
gonna
light
be
off.
on the
Air
right,
systems
no
warning
matter
light
what
off.
page
MCP
you're
power on.
I don't
Left
think
FMC
it'd
light
be
off.
very
Right FMC light off.
often at all, if ever, that you
Anti-dash
would go
skidded
to
light
like
off.
the third page to select your
CDU
runway.
number
That's
2 message
more
light on.
like,
Battery
the-
discharge light off. CDU number 1 message light off.
the
CDU number 2 message light off.
visual
That
approaches and
discharge light
stuff
off.
like that. that you
Flight
just go
altitude
and select.
10,000. Landing altitude
Like you
0.
just go select your runway. You don't
Left
need
ram door
the
light on. Right ram
other
door
stuff
light
'cause
on.
you're coming in visual. You know.
Right.
Usually for us, it's on the first or second page. I can't think when I've ever had a runway on the third page, but
I
know
don't
my luck.
think you've ever had one on the third.
Yeah, my luck, I say I didn't, and all of a sudden someone showed the video where I did, and so. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. Pretty sure I didn't. So you would select on departure, you would select obviously departure first. And of course to get to that, let's say you're on the route page because you done did the left soft 1, and then you went and did your right soft 6, right soft 6 twice. That puts you on the route page. And so you do Alt A, and that'll put you on the page for your departure and arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Select your runway first, and then you'll select
Left master caution light
your
off.
SID, which
Right master caution
should
light
be
off.
on
Flight
the
controls
left.
warning light off. Fuel warning light off.
Never
Electrical
seen the
warning light
SID
off.
on the
Anti-dash
right.
ice warning light off. Hydraulics
Always
warning
see
light
it
off.
on the
Doors warning
left.
light off.
So
Overhead warning light off. Left IRS-DC light on. Left IRS mode
Select
selector
your
line.
SID
Left
and
master
then
caution light on.
transition.
Right master caution light on. IRS warning light on.
CDU
Left
message
IRS mode
display.
selector nav.
Enter
Right
IRS
IRS-DC
position.
light on.
I
Right
think
IRS
that
mode
I've-
selector line. Right IRS mode selector nav.
maybe done a transition on the right side maybe once, but don't hold me to that because I'm pretty sure there was a time when I had to do a right soft for the transition. But main point, select your runway first.
Left
CDU
FMC
message
light off.
clear.
Right
If
FMC
everything
light
is-
off. CDU
is
number 1 message light off.
Working the
CDU
way it should. When you select the runway,
speed
you
trim
should
failed light
hear
off.
it
Knock
say
trim failed light off. IRS line.
execute key available or something like that.
Available.
But don't execute it because obviously you don't execute until after you get your SID and your transition in as well. Then once you do Alt E to execute. You knew that though, didn't you, Brandon?
Yep, I knew that.
CDU number 2 execute key available. CDU number 2 execute key unavailable.
Like it'll say CDU key available. It'll say it twice.
Oxygen level
It gives you one on the
67%.
left, one on the right. Co-pilot side, pilot side, right, left, right.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So once you do your transit, your departure, do your SID, transition, execute. What I do is I go back to the route page. I'll do Alt T to take you back to the route page, and then just do Alt. What's the command to go back again, Brandon? For departures
CDU number 2 execute key available.
and arrivals.
So you would do Alt A again.
That's right. And now, let's see if you remember this one. Your departure. We already did that. What would you hit to select your arrival?
Clear to
CDU
program
number 2
CDU.
execute key unavailable.
Do you remember? Remember,
Alright,
No,
check out
I-
the aircraft.
Edit red only multi-line menu.
Remember
menu,
that-
menu.
your departure is left soft 1. So when you go back,
Oh,
you do
okay,
your
okay. Okay, so
1
you
colon
would do
700
right soft
nav
one
2 colon
for-
Eric dash 2008 L 16 AUG 13 slash 20.
right soft 2 actually.
or 2.
Yeah. You do
1
right
slash
soft
pose
2
in it
for
1 slash pose in it
arrivals.
1 slash 3. 1 colon and 39
Yeah.
degrees for rep airport 2 colon 4 dash. Rep airport. R space R
Okay.
space A I 2 colon 4 dash.
Number
1 colon
9.
last pose in it 1 slash 3 last pose.
Last position.
Rep airport. P R
Rep
Oh,
airport.
refresh but clear scratch but button. Send button.
All right, so we're at
Edit land.
Indianapolis.
Edit red only mult 1 last pose. 1 colon and 30 rep airport. 2 colon 4 dash.
Should have put me.
Rep airport. Rep airport. Gate. 3 colon gate 2 rep airport. 2 colon kind and 39 degrees 43.0 W 086 degrees
So you do left
17.7.
off 1 in the beginning. Then you do right off 6. The first time, just give them your AirAct data information. So you do right off
Right.
6. That's
1
going to
colon
take you
left
down
pose in it
to
1 slash
your
3.
pose in it page. Put your airport at left off 2. For the 737,
Left
you don't
pose.
got to put the flight number. Now, if we talk about the 74, which I believe is the one you really want to do.
Yeah.
Act RTE 1 slash 2. Act RTE
Then
1
you
slash 2.
definitely got to put the flight number.
Act RTE 1 slash 2. Act RTE 1 slash 2.
Now we're on the route page. Now, the
Origin
route
desk 1
page,
colon kind KCLT.
if the co-pilot's done everything he's supposed to, you should see kind. Well, not kind, but you should see your departure airport and your arrival at the top.
Co-route
number
FLT 1
line
origin desk.
Yeah.
So
Origin co-route F2 colon kin
there
BVI
should be
90
anything
runway
you need to
FLT
do
plan.
on the route page. Just do Alt A, and of course we're going to be
1 colon
selecting
land.
our departure. So that's going to be what, Brandon?
1 colon less step kind are greater.
Let's off 1.
That's right.
Land 2 land 3 colon
And
4
then
colon near
here we
623L. 5 colon 523R.
923 right, which is at line 5 on the right side. So I'll do right soft
So it'll be
5.
right soft 5.
CDU number 1
It says
execute key
CDU
available.
number 1
CDU number 2 execute key available. Execute key available.
That pretty much tells you things are in line. You know,
Land.
that your
Next
information's
page
in
button.
there
Rev page
correctly.
button.
If
Fix
it
button. Alt
wasn't,
plus
it
F.
wouldn't
Rev
let
page.
you.
Next page button.
It wouldn't say execute
Edit red only.
available
Land.
if it was if the
Right.
information wasn't in there.
Land. 2 colon ND9.
All right, so 1
1 colon DAWNN 1 less cell greater 23R.
Don is going to be the SID.
Trans 2 colon IIU. Land.
And IIU, which is left soft 2, will be the transition point. So now we'll execute.
Mm-hmm.
CDU number 1 execute
So
key
I
available.
executed. I'm doing Alt T, going back to the route page. Doing Alt A again.
2 colon origin desk. Act RTE 1.
And then right soft 2 this time.
KCLT arrivals 1 slash
There we
8.
go. KCLT.
Stars of KCLT arrivals 1 slash 8.
Arrivals. And then it say like 1/2 or 1/5 or 1/8. That's how many pages there is. There's 8 pages that I
Wow.
could pick from on arrivals.
KCLT arrivals 1 slash 8.
Isn't that crazy?
Stars of 1 colon land 2
That
colon
is
land 3 colon
crazy.
DANKR 2.23 Ls 18L.
So we want 18 left, and it's on line 3,
Land 3 colon
ILS.
DANKR 2.23 Ls 18L.
So you can do right soft 3.
Yep. And now let me ask you, Brandon, what key would that be? If we're talking about the F keys.
Okay, so that would be F9. That would be right soft 3.
CDU number 1
Good job,
execute
buddy.
key available.
All right.
CDU
now
number 2 execute key available.
Phillips
X land 4 colon CHSLY 4
is
land 5
on-
colon FILPZ 3.18B. Land 5 colon FILPZ 3.18B.
line 5. So which one do you think that is? Left or right?
That'd be left.
That's right. And what key would that be?
F5.
CDU
Left
message
FMC
display.
light on. Right FMC light on.
CDU message
CDU
clear.
number 1 message light on. CDU number 2 message light on. Left FMC light off. 3 colon Skywick Cabby trans 2 colon comedy on slash off greater. 3 colon Skywick cat land.
What was that
6
about?
land. Land. 3 colon Skywick Cabby. Land 5 colon 24 dash. 6 colon land. Land. Land.
Okay.
25 colon. Land 4 colon Taza.
So I'm checking something, guys.
3 colon Skywick
All
Cabby.
right, Skyway is 3, so left's off 3.
Left
CDU
FMC
message
light on.
displayed.
Right
CDU
FMC
message
light on.
cleared.
CDU number
Now
1
I'm
message
gonna
light on.
execute.
CDU number 1 execute key unavailable. CDU number 2 execute key
And once
unavailable.
you
Execute key
execute
off.
it, you'll know because it just say exit key off, unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So now after you execute, you've done your transition, or you've done your departure. I'm on my arrival page, but I'm done. What is the next page I'm going to, Brandon? Do you remember? Now that I'm ready to move
I
on.
think it's the ref edit page to load your weather.
It's, well, you load your weather through your leg page. So I'm going to do Alt G.
Okay, yeah, your leg.
102, 184
the
degrees,
leg
21.5 N, 180 degrees, 19.0 NM. 3:303 slash FL2
The first
100
thing I want to
RX6
do,
land,
that's interesting
land,
because
6:1.00 slash 0.07 NM RTE data
if you
crater.
try this on...
Lock folder view, restream chat, recycle, real weather 11 of 6.
Let me load
Normal
my
cursor,
real
normal
weather
cursor,
here,
app
'cause
start
I
cursor.
shut everything off here. If you try that on the 7.4, it doesn't work that way. And I'm going to show you what I mean here in a minute.
With cursor, F3LWXV3-64-bit standard edition, clear WX. Normal cursor.
Okay, there we go.
New
It's
notification
interesting
window.
because,
Locky, act RTE lex 1 slash act RTE lex 1
like right
slash
now, I'm
5
going to my leg
PMDG
page, and I'm
737
going to go down
CPU.
here.
Land 6:1.00 slash
and hit
0.07
right
NM
soft
RTE data crater.
6, and I'm going to hit that twice. And then I'm just going to wait a minute. Now, if you try that on the 7.4 and the co-pilot's still outside the plane, I can never get the weather to load until he comes back in.
CDU message
Left
display.
FMC light on.
Does
CRZ
more.
wind uplink ready.
Right FMC light on.
Stuff.
CDU number 1 message light on. Land 4:D8 land 519 dash winds. Land 6: less leg land 6: less legs request.
All right, now it says uplink ready,
Land.
so that means you
RTE date
should be able to look
5:
at the bottom
IIU
and it
1604
say
6: less load.
less symbol load. So if it's less symbol load on line 6, what would that be? Would that be a left soft or a right soft, Brandon?
That would be a left soft.
That's right, left soft 6. So I'm going to hit that, wait for it to say execute.
CDU number 1 execute key available.
Number
CDU
1
number 2
execute
execute key available. Execute key available. Left
CDU
FMC
message
light
cleared.
off.
Now that's done.
Right FMC light off.
Now after you do that,
CDU
you need
number
to
1
do
execute
Alt G
land.
again because
Act
it puts,
RTE data 1
you're on
slash
the
5.
leg
Act
page,
RTE
but
data 1
you're
slash
in a-
5.
It's like you're on a different,
Act RTE data 1 slash 5.
it says
Act RTE data 1 slash 5.
data 1/5, but if I do Alt G again,
It'll take you
Act
right back to
RTE
your
legs
leg
1 slash
page.
5.
it's a leg
Aircraft is good to go.
1/5.
2 1
Like
1
we
2
make
colon
the data
184 degrees 1 colon left parent vector right parent
Alright, we got a vector
250
on
slash
line
792 colon Sneva 290 slash
So to get rid of that
14,510.
vector, what do I got to do?
You gotta select the next waypoint, which would be left soft 2, move it up. With
CDU
left
number
soft
one.
one,
message
and then
display.
Execute.
Left
CDU
FMC
message
light
clear.
off. Right FMC light off. CDU number 1 execute key unavailable. CD
Now I've got that out of the way. Now I'm
180
gonna
Act
go back to
RT
the
Act
top of my
RT Act
leg
RT
page.
legs 1 slash 5.
And it gives you
182
your
degrees
heading.
21 point Act RT 182 degrees 21.0
182
NM.
degrees.
Seatbelt selector auto.
Before I do anything else, I'm do my
Left forward
heading.
with 0. Right forward. Right side with MCP heading. Heading edit
So
alt selection
1,
removed.
8-2.
Act RTE 182. Right
And
back
it's
auto.
in.
10,000.
Check my altitude. It
Landing
still
altitude
says
50. Landing
10,000.
altitude 100. Landing altitude
Let's
150.
leave it alone
Landing
and see if
altitude
he fixes
250.
it.
Landing
I think he's
altitude
working on it
400.
now.
Landing altitude 600. Landing
I
altitude
hope he
800.
can hear
Fix it.
I can hear him turning it.
Left flight director on. Left flight director on. Left 10,000. Right flight director on. Right flight director on. Auto throttle arms. Auto throttle arms light on. Auto throttle arms switch on. Auto throttle light on.
Now, actually,
33,000.
something that I learned was
Altimeter colon 1021. 30.15 inches. Dot.
I was watching a video
Auto brake
earlier.
RTO. Auto brake
Not
disarm
really
light on.
verified, because I know when George tells me something, I know
Auto brake
for a
disarm light
fact
off.
that it's not, you don't second guess him. Because, I mean, he knows what he's
I would
talking
never
about.
I would never second guess George. Being
But
a
he was
real
telling me
pilot.
that even on the sim he'll do this. Like when he takes off, he
Selection
doesn't
removed.
have the cruise altitude put in.
Oh.
He's got
Interesting.
10,000 put in because that is where you're going to first.
That
Yeah, it
would make
says-
sense.
Because what is it that you always read back and you say something, climb the... How's
Yeah,
it go?
you do. Climb and maintain. Let's see. How did it go?
Let's say you're getting clearance
Uh,
from Indianapolis right now. What are you going to say? Your runway's 20.
So you're
your
gonna
runway's
say-
23 right.
Yeah. So departing from what runway 23 right, climb via the said fly plan is filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level. Let's say 310. 10 minutes after departure. Departures with you. Squawk code is 122.48.
Yeah. Now, The reason George was telling me last night, he said if you get to where you start flying online a lot, you could run into a situation
gonna be
where
doing.
you're not ready to go to your cruise altitude. What if your controller says climb to 13,000?
Which
what
I've
if
had
there-
happen.
Because there's other traffic, and he can't climb you all the way up right away. You got to, I'm going to try it. Because if I look at my altitude,
33,000.
well, he does have 33,000 in here now, but it makes sense that, that you would put 10,000 and then switch it to your cruise altitude, after, because you might be not going to 35,000 as quick. I'm not going to change it now. I'm just going to do the normal
33,000.
33,000.
And it's funny you bring that up because I've had instances where
Act
controllers
RTE Lex 1
did
slash
say
1
that
colon SNEVA 200
take me
2
up all
colon
the way.
point
They
293 colon DAW
they've
LN
done
204 colon
step
IIU
budgets,
point
so they
5
said
colon
go to
Skyway point
10,000, then they've told me
6
to
colon
go to
1.00 6 colon 1.00 slash 0.06 Act
21,
RTE
and
Lex
then
2
they would
slash
give me
137 1 colon NISM point 2
Yeah.
colon Comedy 112 3 colon Licked 4 colon Fay 200 5 colon JJN
I mean, it makes sense.
6 colon 1.00 slash
Because here's the
0.06
thing.
NMRTE data grader.
Even if I put, let's just say, let me check my leg page and let me go
Act R-
finish my route.
Act
discount
RTE
here,
Lex
then
3
I'll
1
show
colon
you.
FILPs 2 colon Galaxy 2 3
Okay.
colon Joba 200
That's good.
4 colon ERHRT 5
Good.
colon FISHN
Okay, that's
Land.
good.
Act RTE Lex 4 slash 5
4 out of 5.
090 to 1 colon left parent 140 degrees 6 1 colon left parent vector right parent 210
We
slash
got a vector
7000
on line
140 degrees 16 1 colon left parent vector right parent 210 slash 7000 140 degree 2 colon code 178 slash 3000 A 140 degree 1 colon left parent vector right parent 210 slash 7000
Well, I don't have a choice. I need to. I'll have to get rid of that vector either way it goes, I guess. So,
140 degree 1 colon left parent vector right parent 210 slash 7000
because the vector is 7,000.
Oh wow.
Well, you know what I could do?
140 degrees 6 2 colon code 100 184 degrees 1.9 nm 2 colon code 178 slash 3000 A
Let's see.
184 degrees 1.9 2 colon code 178 slash 3000 A
184.
184 degrees 1.9 nm 2 colon code 178 slash 3000 A 140 to 1 colon left parent vector right parent 210 slash 2 colon code 178 slash 3000 A 184 3 colon equal 162 slash 2400
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get
2
rid of
colon
it.
code 178 slash 3000 A
Got a vector on line 1.
1 colon left act RTE Lex 090 degrees TRK
Don't really want to go ahead
1
and get
colon
rid of
left
it
parent
because
vector
number
right
one,
parent 210
I'm not
slash
doing it
7000
online, so I might as well just.
left
CDU
FMC
message
light on
display.
right FMC light on
Unable 270 KTS at Fay.
left
Um,
FMC
CDU
light
message
off right
clear.
That
FMC
vector
light off
was
CDU number
7,000, but
144 act RTE Lex 4 slash
think-
144 degrees 17 184 degrees 1 colon code 4 dash slash 3000 A
it's a 3,000A. I don't like them A rules,
clear scratch but button
so we're gonna get
Edit
rid
blank.
of it. 3,
Yeah, I don't like those either.
and then right soft 1.
CDU number
CDU
1
message
execute
display.
key available
Unable
left
270
FMC light
KTS at
off
Fay.
right FMC light off
CDU
CDU
message
Basically,
number 1
guys,
execute
on
key
some of
unavailable
the waypoints,
CDU
you'll
number
see
1
a
message light off
B or an
CDU
A.
number 2 message light off execute key off
And A means above or above. So 3,000 or above, 10,000 or above. Or you have B. I hate those. Because it'd be like
Yes.
9,000 B. Well, the weird thing is, on some descents, you get them and you'll see like an altitude of, I don't know, it'd be like 14,000. Then you go and look at your next waypoint, and the waypoint will be like 18,000 or below. It's like, okay, why was it 14 before? Like, it's just, that's why I don't like them.
land
They throw me off
Land.
sometimes.
Yeah.
land land
Okay, so
clear scratch but button Edit blank.
what I'm hoping is
Refresh button alt plus. Edit read only multi-line
I'm
1
gonna show
act
you
RTE
that
leg
altitude
144
I'm
1
talking
colon
about.
cub
Let me-
100
okay. So we're good
Blank.
there.
space. Hold at. 1 colon locus dash 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 slash 4000
So if I gotta do a go around, the hold is 4000A.
Hold at. Act RTE legs 5
I
slash
want to be
5.
clear about something
Hold that.
because
1 colon locus dash dash.
I'm gonna be
Act
nice. 'cause
RTE
it's
legs 1 act
Christmas.
RTE legs
And I'm not
182
gonna
to
say
act RTE
names.
legs 1 slash 5.
Somebody was on the stream, in the stream, and they was
Lockheed Martin
claiming
registered pre R3D registered V5 row 1 column 2.
that when you initiate your go around, that the plane will not automatically hold. You are incorrect. If it's
Wow.
if it's following the waypoints, when you got to do a go around, it's going to follow those waypoints. So that means you're initiating go around. So that's telling it that you're not going to be landing. So now it's going to go and it's going to start following the go around profile. Let's say profile. And you might have 2, maybe 3 waypoints that are connected with that. It's going to follow the rules for all 3 of them waypoints. And when you get to the waypoint for holding, the plane will automatically hold. This is also for, 'cause you said, you know who you are, you said freeware is not like that. Yes, it is. Brandon, did you ever done a go around with freeware?
I haven't done one, no.
I didn't know if you knew anything about it or not, but when you do a go around, once it gets to that waypoint, it's going to hold because it says on the waypoint, hold right above the number to like number 2, Transa 4000A, and it says hold right above it. It's going to follow that rule. I mean, I don't know if you do holding yourself and you put it in the hold. I don't know why you'd do that because you could risk end up taking it out of hold by hitting that command twice or hitting it whenever it's goes to hold by on its own. But like George reminded me, I was telling him about it. He said, "Well, sweat bees will be sweat bees, and mosquitoes will be mosquitoes, and well, sadly, flies will be flies." So,
Good analogy.
all right. So, this altitude thing I was talking about with, putting in 10,000. Let's say that you put in 10,000. All right. I'm going to do left bracket shift A. Just going to bring up.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5 dash PMD form 1 row 1 column the hangout dash team talk 5 classic star untitled MCP altitude row 2
here's
column 2.
altitude.
Oxygen
So,
level
right now,
67%. Intervene button alt plus I.
Clearly, the co-pilot's already
Altitude
put
edit alt
in
plus E selected 33,000.
but we're going to put in
Land. 10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
Let's go to the. I'm going to tab
Intervene
off
button
of
alt plus I.
this, or escape it.
MCP altitude.
Well, I thought it escaped the altitude thing, but maybe it doesn't.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5 dash PMDG 737 CD Euro. Edit read only multi.
So I'm gonna hit Alt Z. That's for the cruise page.
Next page button. Edit read only multi-line. You can CRZ 1 slash 1.
Okay.
CRZ alt slash Mac 1 colon FL 330 FL 352 slash 374 5 dash.
It still says the cruise altitude. So that means that when you put in the 10,000, the plane will follow that 10,000. But once you're ready to climb to 10,000, all you gotta do is just change your altitude back to 30. You don't gotta go to a certain part of the page and reset it because it's still in there. That was
Right.
my point I wanted to make. So, if you ever want to do it that way, you can. I mean, I've never done it that way before, but I mean, it makes sense. And I guess being sighted when they're flying on, even on that sim when they're flying, it's always gonna be a little bit different for us because there's certain things that we don't got to really worry about. But it makes sense. He's a real pilot, so it's something that he's used to, really doing.
Act RTE Lex 1/5
Right.
PMDG 737 CDU.
I'm really hoping.
Lockheed Martin registered. Pre R3D registered. V5 row
that
1
we
column
can
2.
get-
Ryan.
let me-
Act RTE Lex 1/5
So that's the
PMDG
leg-based
737 CDU row 1 column 2.
I'm sure Brandon appreciated the refresher.
Yep.
Folder view list 3. Lockheed Martin Act RT Form 1 row 1 column 3.
So now
Form
I'm
1.
gonna go ahead and do our
Place button, auto
checklist
button,
here.
start engines but after tap before pre-FLT before start flow button pre-FLTCHKLST before start C pre-FLTCHKLS rest.
Checklist. Here we go.
Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin registered. R3D registered. V5.
Tested. Navigation, transfer, and display switches.
And it might be Charlotte
Roll and
that's,
auto.
that's
Window
messed
heat.
up with this scenery.
On. Pressurization mode selector.
It wouldn't surprise
Auto.
me.
Light instruments.
Heading set, altimeter set.
Parking brake.
Because
Set.
you've seen how many
Control
flights I've
switches.
done. I've not had problem with other
Cut off.
airports, but it's
Checklist complete.
always Charlotte
Yep.
where there's where there's a problem. All right, checklist complete. We're gonna shut the doors.
Door 1 closed. Left FWD fuel pump on. Left forward fuel pump on.
And
Abu
down
selector
here.
on. Abu selector start. Abu selector engine number 1
Where's the-
FWD low pressure light
I
off.
thought I heard
Abu
somebody
selector
come in. Is
start. Abu
that you,
selector on.
Ryan?
It is, yeah. I was just letting you go through your stuff.
Oh, you're good, man.
Abu low oil pressure light on.
How's,
Abu low oil pressure light on.
Merry Christmas to you and your family and all that good stuff.
Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
I hope you got a lot
Yeah.
of fat
same to
food.
you.
We're making ham right now, actually. So
Ooh,
we have to wait
okay,
an hour
yeah.
for it to, we have to wait an hour for it to finish cooking. But
Yeah.
it was a light.
Abu low oil
Christmas.
pressure light off. Abu low oil pressure light off.
We did most of our stuff yesterday, so
We did stuff here yesterday as well, and then we had this giant ham. And the other day we was looking at it, and I told Crystal, I said, we probably want to cook that early because we got a turkey also, and there's no way we're going to eat. I mean, this
Yeah.
ham was from the top of the pig's
Abu
leg.
generator bus light off. Dual bleed light
And
on.
it
Left
was
master
like the
caution
whole
light on.
hip.
Right master caution light on.
Now,
Air
see, we
systems
were
warning
gonna
light
buy
on.
ham
Abu
the
gen
other
1 off
day,
bus light
and
on.
it was
Engine
a
gen.
7-pound ham. And they wanted fucking $84 for it at the store. We were like, no
Fuck!
way in
For
hell I'm
7
ordering an
pound
$84.
ham?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let me tell you,
IRS
they
GPS
got
light
a
on.
good
Right
GPS
IRS
price
PC
at
light on. Flight
Walmart.
recorder light on.
GPS
Yacht amber
are
off.
in
Flight
the
control left
way.
bracket A right bracket low pressure light off. Flight
Easy.
control left bracket B right bracket low
Easy,
pressure light off.
18
Field dip
pounds.
pressure light off. Ground power light off. Transfer bus number 1 light off. Transfer
Just
bus
for the
number 2
hip.
light off.
I mean, it
DC
was
source
the
light off.
whole
AC
hip.
source light off. Left
The
side window
bone,
heat
message
light off.
clear.
like, the
Left
bone
forward
was
window
still
heat.
in the ham, obviously,
Right
but
app
you
fuel
could
pump on.
tell
Right
that
app
it
fuel
was
pump
like
on. Left center
they
fuel.
went to the top
Engine number
of
2
the leg
center
and
low
just
pressure light on. Right forward fuel pump on. Left center
hacked
fuel
off
pump
the
off.
leg
Center
and
left fuel pump off. Right center
shaved
fuel
down
pump off.
the
Center
hip,
right
and
fuel
there
pump
it
off.
is.
Engine number
Like,
2 center
holy
low pressure light
cow.
off. Electric hydraulic pump number 2 on. Electrical
Wow.
hydraulic
Pay
pump
for
2
that
on.
one.
Electric hydraulic.
It was too expensive. It was like
Anti-dash collision lights on.
$47, but that was on sale
That's
at
not
30.
bad though, bro. That's not bad for
That was on sale for 30,
For a 7
like
pound
35%.
We will be ready for departure. In order for us
Hit it like for 30 some odd percent off. It's still not bad though, yeah. Not bad at all.
Their seatbelts fastened and seats in the upright position. All carry-on luggage should now be either in the overhead compartment
I'm hoping that
or under
the
seat in
14
front of
degrees.
you. The
Like
cabin crew
14
will
in
be
Indianapolis.
Flying
passing
forward
Wind,
216 to 12 knots. Gust at 17 knots.
Thank you.
wind is at 12 knots. Wind gust 17 knots.
It's not bad. You've taken off on that before.
Yeah, I'll do flats 5 on that. But when it was 25,
You know, him
yeah, I had to do
him and I
flats
seem to
15
have
the
the
other night.
worst. Him and I seem to have the worst luck with bad weather.
We've flown through it all. I can say that. I can
have.
say that.
See,
Oxygen level 66%.
flight sim, I don't got bad luck with weather, but when I'm flying really, like in real life, and I tend to get the bad weather every time.
Josh
I
Tubbs
fly.
logged onto the
There's no
server.
way to stop
Josh
it.
Tubbs joined channel Josh's domain.
I'll tell you, we were on a 45-minute de-icing in Denver one year.
Oh.
Josh Tubbs left channel Josh's domain. Josh Tubbs joined channel.
Crazy. Hey, Josh.
So again, like I said, guys, we'll find out how this flight does this time, and hopefully it's better. But yeah, I was on a flight. I don't know. It's been a while that I went through that whole de-icing thing, and over an hour. It was almost an hour
Hey, it was brutal.
just for the de-icing.
bad.
For that
And
though is weird. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I the only one that like the smell for de-icing is just? Ugh, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
now you can definitely smell it because obviously the air's coming in from the outside.
The
and it,
outside, yeah.
I don't want to say it smelled like out. It almost reminds you of like alcohol, like a weak alcohol smell, like a rubbing alcohol,
Almost,
but
yeah.
with like a scent to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the one thing that I learned too on vehicles, and this works. You got your regular, and you can buy it already made like this, but you take your regular windshield wiper fluid, and you add a touch of liquid wax, like the wax in the bottle. Pour a dab of that in
Yeah.
there and shake it up. Dude, when it rains, it just bounces off the window. Like instead
Yeah.
of running down,
Oh,
it
wow.
makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. Of course, now that you come up with these ideas, next thing you know, it's in the store. It's like, damn, I knew I should have patented that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Happens every time. What's up, Josh?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Dude, I'll tell you how crazy this weather's been here. Like, it was so cold apparently yesterday that the windshield
Form 1 row 1
washer
column 2.
fluid in my mom and dad's
Folder
car
view
literally
Form 1 row 1
froze.
column 1. Form 1. Before start flow button.
Oh shit.
Before start
Like,
CHKLST button.
that's not supposed to happen.
All right.
It's been pretty cold down here.
Yeah, thankfully,
Before
like,
start checklist.
I guess,
Lockheed Martin,
even though we
registered
had the same
R3D
kind of
registered
weather, I
P5.
guess, you know, I thought we were gonna have to do what you guys did, but apparently
that
our pipes are so insulated that we don't
Closed
have
and
to do
locked.
any of
Fuel.
that shit.
Dude,
1 6
All right,
900,
before we start
900
I really
checklists.
wish
pounds.
I wish we would
Passenger signs.
honestly build
On.
piping
MCP.
here better because
V2 1 0 0.
it
Heading
does get
2
tiresome
2.
having
Yeah.
to cross
Altitude
all the
1
time.
0 0 0 0. Takeoff speed
$229.
V1 1 4 6. VR 1 4 8. V2.
I mean, they ought to. I mean,
5,
apparently,
8.
like Washington and
Sound.
Seattle
Video
and shit
pre-flight.
do it better. So,
Completed.
like, I don't know why
3 and 0.
other
Taxi, takeoff
states
brief.
are kind of behind the curve. in that.
Completed.
Anti-collision lights.
Texas has always been
On.
behind with
Checklist
that.
complete.
All
Where are
right,
you
we're going
flying to, John?
we're going to set our
Charlotte.
altitude back
Form
to
1 row 1 column 2. Act RTE legs 1 slash 5 dash TMD
Shortcut
MCP altitude
Charlotte,
row
yeah.
2 column 1.
we're going to set our altitude back to the what was it, 33,000, I believe.
33,000.
But yeah, it
Lean nav
was
off button.
interesting when George told me
Intervene button,
about that
alt plus
last
I.
time. I thought
Altitude
I
and
never
alt
thought
plus E
about
selected
that, but-
10,000. Right IRSDC light
That
off.
makes a lot of sense, though.
Intervene button alt plus I. Altitude
well,
and
like
alt
you
plus E
said, when he
selected
flies,
10,000.
he never, like a real pilot will
three
never
selected.
put
Whack.
in
Select
cruise altitude on takeoff.
33,000.
Never. They
No.
put in 10,000 because ATC might.
Or
have-
they'll put in whatever ATC gives them as initial altitude
well, normally it's
for
10,000.
the most part.
Climb to 10,000.
Yeah.
But he was.
10,000 usually, yeah.
He was making the point that in real life you don't put in the cruising altitude on departure. You never put in cruising altitude on departure.
Nope.
Yeah, apparently usually you either put in 10,000 or you put in, like, I guess ATC will give you an altitude based on your SID, based on whatever the top altitude of your SID is.
Yep. That's correct.
Well, yeah, they do, and then they'll give you that, and then after you get to that altitude, they'll tell you to climb to 10,000 after that. So they might give you
And
4,000
apparently-
on takeoff or whatever. But
Like Tramp, apparently, like if you go to your, the last waypoint of your SID and think that that's your top of SID altitude, apparently that's not correct. Like,
if what?
apparently, like if you go to Tramp, like if you look at your waypoints of the SID and Tramp, and look at your procedure, and you look at the top altitude of the last waypoint that's on that SID, apparently that's not necessarily your SID top of altitude, like where
Well, no, but-
where ATC would top.
But there's no way for
tell you to
Tramp.
stop at.
There's no way for Tramp to simulate that. There's
No,
no way for,
no,
for a
not
SID
Yeah, it
to
really.
depends on
simulate
your
that.
SID, really, and also traffic. I mean, because
Yeah.
there's, it Depends on.
There's really no way for us to look at charts. I mean, we could look
Folder
at
view list.
some kind of
Lockheed Martin
procedures
Red
in
MCP
charts. I've
altitude
seen like
4101
air nav,
column
there's some
3. Before start
accessible,
CH.
like reasonably
Yeah, but
accessible
not
ones.
enough
But
KLSC
it's
information.
not.
We wouldn't be able to get enough info from it. I don't
Before
think.
start, pre-FL, pre-F, before taxis, after
Yeah.
start engines,
No.
auto
I
button,
looked at
voice
it,
button,
it's not
connected
very
button,
much.
voice button, pressed,
I've seen the ATC
Ground crew from
when,
cockpit.
pushback started,
Go ahead.
people are,
Ready for
waiting for ready for
pushback.
pushback, Lockheed Martin registered, prepare
You're
3
good,
D
go ahead.
Steering
registered 5.
inserted.
Oh,
Release
no, I know.
parking brake.
I'm trying not to talk over things on
Parking
the
brake off, parking brake light off, release parking brake.
Starting push.
Nose left.
Clear to start engines. Nose left.
Say nose left, nose right, or stop pushback.
Start engines.
Folder view
engine
list,
two.
Lockheed Form 101
Yeah,
column,
I've
voice
seen
button,
what
engine
people
number
are
2
doing
GR
when
pressed.
they're doing ATC maps
Lockheed Martin
for
regis-
some of the-
Lockheed Martin-
the stuff. I can't watch a lot of it because you're live right now, so I'll just say there's some people who are way too loud on their microphones when they're doing the ATC people that are
Oh
doing
my
that.
gosh. Well,
Yeah.
there's a
People that
Engine number
stream.
2 fuel valve light closed.
There's
Engine number 2
also
star
a
valve
thing
light
with
closed.
that-
Engine number 2
with
star
that
valve
sim
light in
in
transit.
general,
Engine number
like
2
where
fuel valve
people's
light in
audio
transit.
will
Engine number
blare
2 fuel valve light
at
closed.
times.
Engine number 2 star
Like,
valve
it's
light closed.
Really
Yeah, I've
bad.
noticed
And-
that.
It's not even the person doing that. It's something to do with that sim. Like their audio will be normal, all of a sudden it's like,
It's 'cause
Yeah,
they're trying to
oh my
transpose any
gosh.
fucking effects on it when they're sending it through because they're going and they're modifying that audio when it gets to the server.
Yeah.
So, I
I'll
wouldn't
tell
be
you,
surprised
Yeah,
if they had
I
an
think
amplify effect on
I
it
think
too.
the VATSIM codec. I think the VATSIM codec kind of expects your microphone to be a specific type or something, and like modifies your shit based on that. Like modifies
either-
your effects
hear
based
them
on.
great, you hear them
Starting
way too
engine
damn
one.
loud,
Engine number
Or
1
you don't hear
DRB.
them at all.
or you don't hear them at all. But I'm talking about this guy. There's
Yeah,
people
like-
who live stream their stuff and like on Twitch or YouTube, their mic volume or whatever is just loud as hell.
God, I hope mine's never like that.
No, but-
Yeah. No.
Like, you know how to
Engine
do
number
it.
1 fuel valve
Like,
light
a lot
closed.
If you're
of-
Engine number 1
broadcasting,
star valve
if you're
light closed.
broadcasting through
Engine
Team
number
Talk
1
Brandon,
fuel
like
valve
the way
light in
you are
transit.
now,
Engine
it's
number
not
1
gonna
star
be,
valve
it's
light in
not gonna
transit.
be
Engine
bad.
number 1 fuel valve light
Yeah.
closed. Engine number 1 star valve light closed.
Admittedly,
Number 1
Brandon,
starter
I
engage.
turn you up sometimes when I come on, so I don't know if that's just me or if that's other people too. But like, you're almost a tad quiet. Like,
Yeah.
who,
I
Josh?
don't have to turn them up, but
Number
then
one
they make
division.
it. No,
Oh.
Brandon. I have to turn Johnny down once in a while.
Well, I usually got to
But-
turn you down because a lot of
Right,
times you
number
come
one light
on
off.
and you're clipping like a lot when you come
Yeah,
on.
right now.
Engine number 1 auto.
Well, right now it's at
Engine
80.
one
Maybe I
cutout.
should put it down to 50, but everybody else says, like, sometimes people say
Stopping
I'm too
pushback.
soft when I put it down to
I
50.
think
perfect for me right now.
So,
Set
You're
parking
fine
parking
brakes.
right
brakes.
now, but yeah, I know what he's talking
Yeah.
about. Sometimes you do
Number 1
flip
starter off.
when you come up here. But you're fine
well,
now.
that's team talk for you, I guess. Fucking,
Yep.
I don't know, man.
0
All I know is that
speed.
this mic has been good to me. It hasn't, like, done weird static stuff or any
Payday
kind
limited
of
time.
Yeah.
problems I had before with the
Dude,
previous mics I had.
Parking
Tow
brake.
bar
Parking
disconnected.
brake light on.
See you on the left side with the pin. Have a great flight.
Form 1 row 1 MCP altitude row 1 column 3. Act RTE legs 1/5-PMDG
Yeah,
730.
this is
Act RT.
weird shit.
Man, I'm telling you.
I thought it was like
Menu. Selection room
my
1 colon.
USB,
Less MMC less
like-
act greater. Ground.
I
Ground.
thought it was my USB like
Off 2
motherboard. It's
colon.
like
Less
they
payload.
look
Off
like
3
a
colon.
motherboard
Less
or
force
something
maintenance.
along
4
my
colon. Less
computer or
pushback.
something.
Who's greater.
That's what I
Well-
thought at first. I'm like,
4
what
colon.
the hell is going on with
5
this?
colon.
I finally got this headset and don't have any issues with
4
it.
colon. 3 colon.
Spent like
Land.
150 bucks on
2
it.
colon.
But,
Pushback.
You know what? And I think the sad part was the last one you had
Man.
that problem with, it was a replacement from one that broke.
Replace
yeah, it
mode
was.
on.
Yeah, like I'll just have to replace that shit and it broke within a month.
Not even that, dude. It
Edit
was
red only
fucking
multi-line 1 colon. Dista taxi line.
fuck.
Push style
Yeah,
units.
I was like, what
Turn
the hell
those.
was that shit?
Degrees comms. Shock select tug. 4 colon. 0 voice greater. 5 colon. Less X set slash remove none greater.
Although
Sometimes
Simon,
Earth's Officer does
I
this, you guys.
saw
it will-
Simon.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
I saw Simon on a tweet basically cursing out Corsair for like, oh, they have inaccessible software, and I'm like, dude, every freaking Logitech from Logitech to Of course, Jared, all these other people, all these other manufacturers have inaccessible software that comes with their headsets. Like, what else is new?
So
Exactly.
something else, and it's just the first officer thing. Sometimes you'll go out, and he will not remove your chocks. You'll know it on pushback because
You,
I'm telling you, it's the first officer.
he's
thing.
supposed to do it. He's supposed to do it when he comes back.
Yeah, he's
when he
supposed
does
to,
the-
but he doesn't always.
He's
Green
supposed
box.
to,
Before
but he
startup,
doesn't
4
always.
colon 0 voice greater.
Yeah, that was
5
my
colon
point.
less
that
set
he-
Yeah.
Like
movement
right
greater.
now, it's my chocks are still set, so you got to come in and do it yourself, which is no big deal. But I want
Tell him to stop being a lazy jerk and do his
Yeah,
job. Or
yeah.
you're gonna fire him and get a new one.
to get a new co-pilot, man. With Dell.
Act RTE Lex 1 colon SNEVA
Yeah, get
290
one
slash
that actually does what they're
14,301.
supposed to do.
Come on, BVI pilot needs to
Yeah, it.
some good first officers.
But
Like,
nice thing
It
with
kinda
first
sucks,
officer,
but,
if that happens, you can actually request a pushback again. with
Lockheed
first
Martin
officer.
registered.
So
Act
that's
RTE
nice
Lex
and
1
glad I
form
can
1
go
row 1
back.
column
Oh,
3.
that's good.
I mean,
Form
yeah, I'm
one,
already
voice
going to be
button.
started up and running.
Yeah,
but
Auto button. Voice button.
at least it gets you out to where you need
Auto
to be.
button.
I kind of
Voice
do
button.
like.
Press.
I kind of do like the pushback
Ground
with
crew from
FSFO. Like, I
cockpit.
mean, yeah, like you can
Pushback started.
you can do it with PMDG.
Ready for
but it's-
pushback.
I
Ready for
don't know,
pushback call.
Steering inserted. Release
Press.
parking brake.
Lockheed Martin registered.
Parking
And then I
brake
just
on.
turned my sound
Parking
back
brake off.
off
Parking brake light
instead
off.
of saying starting.
Starting
because
push.
we're already running, so you don't got to do that part
Clear
again.
to
Zero
start
knots ground
engines. Nose left.
0 knots ground speed. Say nose left. Nose right. 0 knots ground speed. 1 knots ground speed.
There we go. Now we're moving.
2 knots ground speed.
Well, folks, Christmas is almost over. Another Christmas
You know,
gone.
I just want to say,
Yep.
I feel bad
Yep.
for those people who didn't get off work.
I got a lot of
Honestly,
talk to eat. That's
this
what
is
I
a
gotta
very
say.
controversial topic, and don't share this alive. Like, I think that if you work at a company, you should get maybe not all day Christmas Eve, but the evening of Christmas Eve and all day Christmas Day off. I don't care
Yeah.
where you work. You should not.
Yeah, I
have to
agree.
I
on
totally
Christmas.
agree.
I mean,
It's so disappointing.
and
seeing
I
all
mean,
of that
unless
in
you're-
restaurants and the
No, I know it.
pharmacies and everything that were open.
I mean,
today,
unless
like,
Let me tell you what, man.
unless you're
How-
like a pharmacy or like a hospital or something where you
No,
have like,
hospitals are
Yeah,
different.
like there's an
Never-
emergency or
Hospitals
something.
open
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah.
yeah.
Let me tell you what
Yeah.
the city did here, dude.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. They've got a very direct letter in their inbox, like literally in their Dropbox right now, that I dropped off.
Oh boy.
These motherfuckers sent me a shut-off notice for my electric. You always get one when the bill's close
Oh, I
to be
remember
due, right?
this.
Yeah.
They sent it to me on Thursday. I got the letter, the notice. By the time I got the notice, their office
All
was
six services
closed.
were closed for the Christmas
So I
holiday,
called on Friday. They're closed. And I said, well, I'm going to wait till Sunday and see what happens. Because if they actually send somebody out on a Sunday, considering one, that it's Christmas and it's the holidays.
Two, it's the middle of winter.
Yeah, that too. Well, that's actually number one. It was below freezing. You don't shut somebody off for something like that. And it's over something dumb anyway because they know I'm going to pay it. They know it. So I put in there, I said, somebody
So they
in
came-
this
so they-
office
so they did
needs...
come out?
No, they did not.
Oh,
They
okay.
did not.
Stopping pushback.
I'm going to call them first thing in the morning too because
Set parking brakes.
Set parking brakes. Parking brake on. Parking
there's
brake
no
light
reason
on.
for them to do that when I paid the bill.
Tow bar disconnected. See you on the left
But I
side.
left a
with
little
the pin.
notice for them, and I told them
Have a great flight.
somebody in your office needs
Pushback
to
completed.
have a little bit more professionalism and a little more courtesy, and possibly even some common sense to know that
Yeah.
you just sent me a letter whenever it was at the end of the day, and knowing the next day was going to be a holiday, knowing you're going to be out of the office, and then you sent me a shut off for a Sunday. Yeah, I told him, I said, I will be calling you first thing on Monday morning, and if it's necessary, I'll come up and see you if I need to. let's hope we don't got to go that far.
Yeah.
And they,
like,
yeah,
it's,
no.
It's common courtesy. Like, somebody should know. Sunday is Christmas. We shouldn't shut anybody off on Christmas. I mean,
Marion,
exactly.
Indiana, United
It is
States.
something.
U.S. Eastern Standard
Well,
Time.
and that, and you shouldn't shut somebody
Folder
off.
view lit.
I don't care if they owed $1,000. You don't shut somebody off in dead winter.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you bring this up.
Lockheed
John,
Mark,
'cause I
form
had a
101
similar
col.
situation
Voice
happen
button.
to me
Auto button. Start after.
with
Taxi
my electric
CHKLST
provider
button.
a year ago, and we were in the middle of a heat
Rest.
wave.
Taxi check.
Taxi
Lockheed Martin,
checklist.
Lockheed Martin register.
And I called him
Generators.
and I was like, look,
On.
Pro
we're
key.
over 100 degrees here. I need electricity. I am going to pay you guys. I just need to get the money together.
Form
Turn
1.
me back
Lockheed Martin
on.
register. Lockheed Martin. Folder view.
Yeah.
Lockheed Form 101. Form
So
1.
that
Taxi
is very
CHKL rest.
unprofessional for you to do that, shutting somebody
After
off either
start
in
flow
the middle
button.
of winter
Rest.
or in the middle of a heat
Taxi
wave.
CHKLST button. IRS
That could
GPS
result
light
in
off.
people
Flight control
dying.
left bracket B right bracket
Guys,
low
the
pressure
bad
light on.
thing
Field camper
about
light on. Field diff pressure light on.
when
Battery
your
discharge
first
light on.
officer
Transfer bus
doesn't
number 1 light on.
remove
Transfer bus
chocks,
number 2 light on.
exactly.
DC source light on.
You
Generator
can run
number 1
this
bus light on. Left
situation
side window heat
where-
light on. Left forward window heat light on. Right
Like-
forward window
like
heat light on. Right side
what I
window
just
heat
had
light
to
on.
do, I
Captain's
need
fitted
to
heat
give
light
a
off.
quick
Left
back
elevator
all
fitted
over
heat light
again.
off. Left alpha vane light off. Left temp probe light
But
off. Flight
even though you're
altitude
started
10,000.
up,
Landing
you might
altitude
think
800.
that, okay,
IRS
first
warning
off
light
it
off.
is
Overhead
after
warning light
start
off.
flow. More
MCP power
likely
on.
you
Left
did
flight director
not.
light on. Left FMC light off.
You've
Right
had to
FMC light off.
interrupt it.
Anti-dash skid light off. Back discharge
Just
light
do
off.
your
Left
after
FP
start
master on.
flow
Pivot heat
button
on.
again.
Navigation
Do
on.
it
Beacon on.
twice to
Electric
make
hydraulic
sure.
pump number 1
Because if
low
you
pressure
get-
light
if
off.
you did
Electric
already
hydraulic
do it,
pump
it's not
number 2
gonna
low
hurt
pressure
it,
light off.
right?
Flight
Like, we
control
already
left
did
bracket
the
B right
after
bracket
start
low
flow.
pressure light off. Field diff pressure
No
light off.
big
Engine
deal.
number
You
1
only
F
wanna
low pressure
fix
light
what
off. Engine
needs
number 2 F
fixed.
low pressure light off. Engine number 1 FWD
because
low
I-
pressure light off.
I
Engine
just
number
had to
2
hit it twice
FWD low
because
pressure light
my,
off. Fuel warning light
probe
off.
heat
Left back
was
on.
not
Left
on.
back off.
So,
I mean, you heard what happened last year because there was a.
Flaps in motion. Flaps in transit light off.
an
Flaps
electric
extended light on.
I guess
Flaps in motion.
this guy, he
Flaps
was
are in
in
Flaps
the
in motion.
hospital for like
Flaps
a
in
month
motion.
and a half. And he
Flaps
took
5.
his bill.
Flaps 5.
You know, obviously he was in the hospital.
Right.
And he got home.
Folder view
and
list.
he had to
Form
be
1
on
row
a,
1 column 1. Taxi CHKLST button.
Oxygen?
Rest.
on
Lockheed Martin.
oxygen.
Lockheed Martin
checklist.
register.
You know, he had to be plugged in and everything.
Generators.
And I guess when he got home the next day,
on.
they cut his electricity.
On.
Pro key.
Oh,
And
On.
he had to,
Anti-ice.
His
Set.
daughter had
Isolation
to call and
valve.
be like, hey, look, like
Auto.
Engine start switches.
my dad just got
Continuous.
home from the hospital.
Recall.
You know,
Checked.
he
Auto
basically
brakes.
can't shut him off. He's on oxygen.
Rejected
That's
takeoff.
like, you know,
Flight
whatever it
controls.
is. And luckily, he had backup power for a good couple hours.
Full left.
they don't care. They really don't care
Full
about
right.
people's needs or predicaments that they get into. Like, when we had that blizzard last
Full
year,
back.
Oxygen level
my
66%.
God, that was the
Full forward.
worst damn thing I could have ever
Check.
gone through.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Checklist complete.
I just felt so bad
Checklist
for
is
everybody
complete.
because our energy grid
yeah.
just
Lockheed Martin register.
basically
R3D.
fucked us over. It was bad.
It was.
I
Now we
really
will
don't want to go
jump
through that
to
again.
runway 23 right.
Form 1 row 1 column 2. Act RTE legs 1/5 that MCP
You know,
output
the
hangout dash
stupid
team top
lady
5
at the
classic beat star
utility was like,
untitled
"Well,
dash
but
notepad
you
row
were
2 column 2.
set to
Jump to runway
60."
row 2
Well,
column 3.
Pat, if I'm fucking freezing, I'm staying warm. I'm not lowering my thermostat because you can't be bothered to upgrade your damn grid. That's not my problem.
Well, you know,
One second here.
Lockheed Martin register. R3D register.
Grid too, so they
Jump to
Yeah,
runway
it's
row 1
something
column
to
2.
anyone else.
Runway
Well,
list.
it's just stupid, in my opinion. It's
Airport
dumb.
code edit blank.
It's a dumb
Time.
concept.
6 runways loaded.
All right, we're going to jump
Runway
to
list.
23 right.
And you know what really
14
bothers me
semi
is
unused.
the fact that they've been
23
warned
L
about
semi
that
unused colon,
very
no.
disaster that happened
23 R
last
semi
year,
unused
like
colon.
10
No semi
years
heading
prior.
through colon. 224.48 semi length colon. 11,197 semi width colon. 157.
It's never gonna happen. And it happens.
All right, we're now
Now, here we go
repositioning
again.
into runway 29, you guys.
Delete.
Lockheed Martin register.
Now,
R3D
this does the
register.
same thing
P5.
it
Door
did
1
last
closed.
time.
Pause.
I'm gonna
Sound
be
off.
absolutely
Submenu
clueless
dialog
on
window.
why
With
it keeps
cursor.
doing it, but we'll find out.
It's just bad, dude. Like and you know,
I mean,
Greg Abbott,
there's two things about these utility things that you got to be understanding on both sides. Number one, if you're not paying your bill and you are extremely late, they got to do their job. And
Right.
sure, I agree
you know,
with
and
that.
and I agree with that 100%. But there is something called common courtesy. And,
Common courtesy, yeah.
you know, if you got Duke Energy, let's say, for your utility provider, or some big company like that, they won't shut you off unless it's the extreme. And when I say
Yeah.
extreme, I mean you're behind 3 or 4 months.
Sound on. Lockheed Martin
Then they're
registered
shutting you
Prepar
off.
3D registered V5.
But if you're not even behind 2 months, like maybe a month and 3 days, because you ran into a problem, you don't
Yeah.
just shut somebody off. You know, you have a little bit of courtesy. You know,
I mean, if I were a provider, yeah, that's what I would do.
We are
I can
3D.
understand if somebody's like 3 or 4 months behind. Yeah,
Folder view list.
definitely shut
Lockheed
them off,
Martin.
because obviously they're not
Taxi
doing
CHKLST
what they're
button.
supposed to. But if they're just
Before
like
the
1 or 2
CHKLST button.
months
before
behind,
takeoff.
it's
Ready.
Before takeoff checklist.
they may have other
Flaps.
reasons why they're behind.
Set.
You know,
Stabilization
they don't have enough, whatever, which is my case.
Set.
Checklist complete.
actually.
Flight
Lockheed
attendants
Martin red
prepare
act
for
RTE
takeoff.
legs 1
But-
act RTE legs 1/5 dash
I'll tell
press
you
button
what
clear
bothers me
edit
about
set
this
edit
whole
rest but rest
Earthbox thing, Ryan, is the
send
fact that
edit edit red
went
act
through
act
that
perfect G double 1 colon 1
whole
unflap
last
2 CF3 colon 100
they said, "Oh, we're gonna have
C2
the
went 1
slicks,
flaps
we're
tape
gonna
off flap
improve
1
it,
colon
blah, blah,
5
blah,
degrees
blah."
146 greater
Nothing's
122 colon CG
We're
trim V2
still in
3
the
colon
same position we were a
26.6%
year ago. I don't care
4.65
what
158
our
greater
government
158
officials say here.
4.6.
It's
Form
going
1 row
to
1 column
happen
2
again. If we get another
Lockheed
blizzard
Martin
like that, it will happen again.
Well, and it's almost January, so we'll see how it goes.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
But with it already
Just-
being 10 degrees over the weekend.
Lockheed
Yeah.
Martin registered
I
prepar
was
trim
just
row
telling
1
my
column
dad
2
yesterday, I said, what I really worry
Tailor
about
trim
is
indicator
January,
0 alt plus
February.
A
That's when
elevator
the
trim indicator 4 alt plus T
Yep.
Alright, trim's gotta be set to 4.6. I almost forgot.
4.06 4.13 4.32 4.39
Talisman.
4.45
The nice
Oh,
thing
man.
about having this trim feature now, you guys, you can just hit right bracket control T, and then the first thing you land
Tailor
on
trim indicator
is
0 elevator trim indicator 4.45 alt plus T stab trim off button alt plus S
You're in
first
luck
thing you-
'cause it'll be
elevator
land
trim
on
indicator
70.
4.45 alt plus T
is the trim you need to change. So,
Tailor trim indicator 0 alt
which is your elevator,
elevator trim indicator 4.45 alt plus T
When you hit
4.52
U to move up and D to move down. You don't got to do like page up, page down. You can just hit the letter U.
Tailor trim indicator
And that will
elevator
move
trim
you up.
indicator
I'm surprised you
4.52 alt plus T
I'm surprised
4.58.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
pretty
Turn it off
amazing how
and
you
type
can
it in.
turn that.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, but
Well,
trim is-
because you
trim is
can't
picky.
you
Tailor
can't
trim
really
indicator
type
stab
it
trim
in.
indicator
though. You
electrical
can't,
stab
you
trim
can't type it
autopilot
in
stab
that
trim
way.
normal button alt plus A
Yeah, there's no way to type that
Stab
in.
trim
because
off button
it's,
alt plus S
You're literally like in the real plane. You're turning the
Turn in the dial.
a dial.
Gotcha.
That's it.
autopilot
It
stab
was
trim
there,
off button
it
alt plus
wasn't
S
coming out.
rest stab trim normal stab
All
trim
right,
normal
Stab trim is set to normal.
Wasn't turning out of that brain of yours.
Yeah, it just wasn't coming out, man. It was there, it just wasn't
Couldn't
coming
get
out.
it set to the right trim to get
Hey,
it out,
he's
huh?
having
Yeah.
trim takeoff
Wow.
ref 1 slash 2 dash edit red only multi-line selected takeoff ref 1 slash 2 flaps QRH Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered Lockheed Martin registered pre
It's gonna be interesting when it comes time for Brandon to fly and he realizes how much he does know, but how much he hasn't done yet. And he was like, "There's another fucking
Yeah, he's gonna
problem,
be in for a
TFM."
rough
You
ride.
know what?
I
I
can
kind of want
see
to watch
it.
that stream.
I
I'm
can
not going
see
to be
it.
as bad as I was with Tramp because
Can you say that? Can you say that 100%?
folder view
Well,
list Lockheed
No,
Martin
I
registered
can tell you,
prepar
I
3D
can tell you
Lockheed Martin
100%
registered
you
Watching the
can.
YouTube stream, it'll be fun.
takeoff ref 1 slash 2 dash PMD 137 takeoff ref 1 slash 2 dash PMDG 700 selection removed
Dude, look, I mean,
Maybe on Brandon's
I haven't
first flight, I
flown-
will stream live stream, but act like we're not. Be like, yeah, let's do this, Brandon.
act RTE
I-
lex 1 slash
I've-
2
asshole.
No, just
I haven't,
One colon
I haven't
receiver.
flown,
land
I haven't
Act
flown the
RTE lex 1 slash 5
PMDG,
land
well, like a while.
One
Like
colon
last time
zero.
I flew was, like last week or
182
something.
degrees 21
And it's
colon
been a
Steve
little bit since I
290 slash
flew,
14,003
like,
102 colon
you,
point
you come back,
293
you know,
colon
after
DA double
maybe a
N
couple
290
weeks,
slash 2
and, you know,
colon
you
point
forget
201
something.
colon Steve
So, like,
290
you
slash
not being,
14,312
you're not ever flying it at all. You're gonna, even though Johnny's showing you a lot, you're gonna,
I mean, I think he
there's no
will
doubt
run
you're
into
gonna
stuff.
not do something.
I think he will run into some
I know
stuff,
I'm
but
gonna
I
do
also think
something.
at the same time he's probably gonna amaze some people because he's
Oh,
got
yeah,
the CDU
I mean-
down. I mean, he's got it down. He knows. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see what he's picked up and if he can now apply it without ever touching. You know, it's gonna be interesting. But like Josh said,
Yeah,
you are
it
going to
will.
forget some stuff.
Oh, I know I'm gonna forget something. I'm not saying I'm gonna remember shit.
I mean,
remember everything.
freaking veterans forget stuff,
Act
dude.
RTE Lex 1/5-PMDG7.
I'm well aware
Lockheed
of
Martin
that.
registered. R3D registered. V5 row 1 column 2.
Johnny forgets to set his
Lockheed
trim
Martin
almost every
registered.
stream.
R3D registered.
No, actually, just this,
Well-
just this round.
I'll tell you
Folder
a
view.
really funny story
Lockheed Martin
about
registered.
him.
R3. Lockheed Martin registered.
When we first started using FS Airlines, so
Okay.
we were doing flights. in
Folder view
Florida.
list. FS Tram Scenery Assemb.
And
FS
there was
Airlines
one day I
17060.
kept doing
App start
this.
cursor.
I forgot to
Normal current attention
log
dash
into
multiple
FS
instances dialog.
Airlines
The client is already
3
running. OK
different
button.
times when I was doing a flight. And I-
New
and
notification
Johnny
with
and I
Lockheed
were
Martin
up
Act
on
RT
service
Form
and
1
said,
MCPL
Johnny,
the anno
if
dash
you
team star untitled Lockheed Martin
No,
registered.
log into
Lockheed Martin
FS
registered.
Airlines, don't do what I just did. So the very first flight he goes and does FS Airlines.
Start window. Pin tiles
Goes
list.
and
Grouping.
takes off and then he looks and he's like, oh
Act
shit,
RTE Lex
guess what I
1/5-PMD.
forgot
Act
to do? I said,
RTE
you
Lex
forgot to log into
1/5-PMDG
FS
737.
Long story short, I did it twice in a row.
Selected. Act
Let's
RTE
speed
Lex
this up.
1/5
Twice in a
182
row.
degrees 21.0. Act RTE Lex 1/5.
Well done.
Form 1 row 1 column MCPL the anno dash star
It's
untitled.
just
Act RTE
avoid
Lex
the
1
inevitable.
Form 1 row 1 column
Third
2.
time's the charm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Folder view list. Start window. Pin tiles list.
Although he did kind of show up me and Josh.
Act
on
RTE
that
Lex
same
1
Pentagon
MCP altitude
something.
row 1 F3W Lex V3-64 bit dash standard edition row 1
Well,
column
there's
4
that.
vertical size cursor. Explorer.
Hey, that wasn't
Form
my
1 row 1
fault.
column 2
You
normal
guys
support.
have plenty of opportunity.
I'm not saying
F3W
it
Lex
was
F3W Lex.
I'm gonna say y'all have plenty of
Yeah.
opportunity
Window,
to
normal
go on
cursor.
bat sim before I ever even
Form 1
flew.
row 1 column 1
I know we did.
before the
But we just never
CHKLST
did.
button.
Yeah, these guys never got on bat sim. Okay, never.
Form 1.
And I started having Brandon and Josh tell me
Act
about
RTE
bat
Lex
sim. And
1/5
so
PMDG7 Act RTE Lex
they
1
started feeding me a little information. And Josh's like, well, you know, you really want to wait for a while. You know, get flying under your belt. You know, for a few months. And I'm just a person about learning and going. And so I went on bat sim, and then Brandon's like, did you do a flight last night? I was like, yeah, I was on bat
selection
sim.
removed.
He's like, what?
No. What he did was he called me up after he did the flight. He goes,
Form 1 row 1 column 2.
guess what I just did? I'm like, I don't know. What did you just do?
Act
I just did
RTE
a
Lex
flight
1
on
slash
bat sim.
MCP
I'm like,
altitude
oh,
row 1
hell
column
no.
3.
Oh, hell
MCP
no.
altitude.
You like
And then,
did
so I
Act
did
RTE
it
Lex
like,
1 slash 5.
I
Form
did
1
it
row 1
like a
column
week
2 the anno
later.
dash team top 5 class star untitled
And
dash
then
notepad row
Brandon
1.
did it. You know, I did my first flight a week
Edit
later.
read only multi-line
and
Act
then
RTE
Brandon
Lex
did
1
it
slash
shortly
5.
after, like,
Form 1 row 1 the anno
I
dash
think
team
the
top 5 class
funniest
star untitled dash note
bat
Act
sim
RTE
story
Lex
I
1
have
slash
was
5
when
dash
I
PMDG
took
700.
guys.
First flight on bat sim.
Oxygen level 65%.
That was
Explorer.
the funniest thing.
Start window.
well,
pin
I
title
mean,
list.
that was his
Act
first
RTE
flight.
Lex 1 slash 5
I
dash
mean-
Act RTE Lex 1 slash 5 vertical size cursor. Form 1
He
row 1
wanted
column
to
2
do it.
F3W
Okay.
Lockheed Martin registered
He
3
wanted
R3D
to do
registered
it,
V5
but
row
he-
1 column
you know,
4.
What?
You don't go in half cocked, and he went in half cocked. That's his problem.
He really did.
Who?
The one
Daryl.
big thing about
Daryl.
that sim that I think a lot of
Act
people
RTE Lex 1.
is that
Form 1 row 1
It's
column
not a
3
place
F3W
where-
Lex V3-64 dash mid dash stamp the anno dash
I think a
team
lot
top
of
5
people-
classic
A lot
5
of-
points star untitled dash notepad row Lockheed Martin registered 3
A lot of
R3D registered
gamers
V5
with
row 1 column
2020
1.
that sim
on the Xbox.
walk away from
Act RTE Lex
Yeah.
1 slash 5 dash PMDG
Yeah.
737 Form 1 row 1 column 3 F3W Lex V3-64 dash mid dash standard edition row 1 column 4.
and even when you're in cruising altitude, you can't walk away from the computer. You've got to be there.
I mean,
Really
Start
did.
window.
you can,
Pin
but
title
you
list
better
grouping.
tell the controller or, you
F3W
know,
Lex
like,
V3-64
Unit, I
dash
am
mid dash
stepping away
standard
for
edition
5
window.
minutes. But, like, you can't do it. You can't be away for that long. You can't be away for, like, 10 hours, come back.
Dude,
and-
even when I'm online on that sim,
Alright, hold on,
I'm
guys.
YouTube, I'll be like, hey, step away from the controls for a minute to grab something and be right
Oh,
back.
we're taking off.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I gotta. Go ahead. We're not ready yet.
Start Act RTE Lex 1 slash 5 dash PMDG Lockheed Martin registered 3 R3D registered V5 row 1 column the anno dash team top 5 classic V 5.6.3 row 1
hold
star
on a
untitled
minute.
dash
Because I
notepad
can't
Form 1 row
read
1
It's,
column 1
uh,
Act RTE Lex 1 Lockheed Martin
Yeah,
registered
what are you
Probably
asking?
background
R3D
ATC
registered V
chatter.
5.
Oh, I was asking what you were using for ATC because I noticed you have it now on one of your.
No, I don't got it on now. It's not on this time. But I was just using the ATC from actually P3D5. Their ATC isn't as bad. It's actually decent. I think it's better than 4. That's for sure. Sounds way better than 4.
I've not heard it yet.
But
I don't know why, but I just started noticing it on
Start
the
window.
stream
Pin tiles list.
that you did, I think, last night or the night before. I hadn't noticed AGC
Start.
before that.
Act RTE legs 1/5. Act RTE legs 1.
Yeah.
Form 1 row 1 column 2. The hangout dash team talk 5 star untitled dash note. Act RTE legs 1/5 dash PMDG 700.
Well, it says I have FS Airlines
Folder view
running,
list,
but
FS.
you know what? I don't see no FS Airlines.
Start window.
So
Pin
where
tiles
is it?
list. Act RTE legs 1/ Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D register.
Right.
P5 row 1 column 3.
It's hiding somewhere.
Explorer. Folder view.
I wonder if it's doing
Show
that
desktop. User
background
promoted no
thing.
talking flight Malasso 12 button. FS Airlines button.
No, it's not FS Airlines.
FS Airlines. FS Airlines tooltip.
But
Dash button. Caret button. X button. Home
Here it
button.
is.
Option. Fly but rest. X button. Home. Option. Flight. Fly button.
no, it's
Taskbar. Lasso 12 point. Folder view list. FS Airlines. App start cursor. FS Airlines.
Alright.
Normal cursor. Lasso. Login button. Edit. Edit selected Viper 1. Edit protected selected 11 star. Edit
Aren't
selected
they,
Viper.
though?
Land selection removed.
They are.
With flight servers.
I
Edit.
couldn't believe how
Login but
cheap
rest.
this one was, too.
Dash button. Caret. X. Home. Op. Fly. Rest. F. Dash. X. Back. Field rest. FS. Dash. Caret. X. Fly. But rest.
here we go.
X button. X. High speed. Divert button.
All right, we're just going to minimize
Folder view
it.
list. FS Airline. Lockheed Martin registered.
Okay.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D
Yeah,
registered.
we should be ready
D5.
to
Attitude
do
mode
this.
enabled. Sound 1. Read trim disabled.
Dude, it's pretty crazy. This headset is so good at noise cancellation that like my mom came in and she couldn't even get my
Alright.
attention. She had to like tap me on the shoulder to get my attention.
All right, we're taking off,
Wow,
guys. So
dude.
hold on a minute.
Alright, let's do it.
Like it won't. I can't even hear my door open. It's that good.
Zero knots ground speed. 0 knots ground speed.
Parking brake on.
Park and brake light off. Park and brake off. 0 knots ground speed.
Ignore first officer because
0 knots ground. 0 knots ground speed.
Now, if my first
0 knots
officer
ground
went and
speed.
set my freaking chocks, because I think he did. 'Cause we're not moving.
0 knots ground speed. 0 knots ground speed. 0 knots ground speed.
Yep, I know we did.
He probably said it because he thought that they were removed. He probably said it because you probably removed him before he said
Parking
like
brake off.
Park and brake
it's a
off.
No,
toggle.
dude, he-
So like if you removed him before he went and set him,
I'm telling you, he set
Well,
them
but he,
up.
like
He-
if he
When
removed him
pushed
before he.
back, he didn't remove them.
yeah, he
So then
didn't
John
remove
Wayne
them. So
removed
I
them.
removed him,
Oh,
so he
right,
shouldn't set him
yeah.
again. It's the first officer freaking.
Parking brake on.
Park and brake light off. Park and brake.
Wait, put it back on.
Park and
Going
brake
here
on.
to the
Parking brake
CDU.
off.
FS Airlines row 1 cop. Form 1 row 1 column. Act RTE legs 1
It's
slash
definitely
5.
a
Act
first
RTE
officer bug
legs 1
somewhere.
slash 5.
I know it is.
Selection removed. Act RTE leg 1
Which
colon
won't get
180
fixed
degrees
because he's
19
not
point.
doing
Act
the
RTE legs 1 slash
updates
5.
anymore.
Well, I mean,
Menu.
Oh, was he only doing
Land.
FS
Land.
2020?
5. Land.
Yep.
4 colon. Set
Yep.
greater.
He's not doing
5
PCD
colon. FS
stuff
actions
anymore.
greater.
unfortunately, but.
3
it is
colon.
what
Less
it
north
is.
maintenance. 4 colon. Less pushback. Cruise greater.
Oh.
Auto. 4 colon. Less pushback. 4 colon. 0 voice greater. 5 colon. Less set slash X removed none greater. Land. 5 colon. Less set slash X removed none greater.
No, actually, it's not set. See what's going on here.
Tick 4 colon. 0 voice 5 colon. Less set slash X removed none greater.
All right.
It's not set.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Speed brake D slash N arm light on. Spoilers colon 0.
Oh, hold on. It's because of honeycomb. I gotta.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5 dash FS Airlines row 1 form 1 row 1 the hangout dash team star untitled dash notepad row 2 MCP speed row 2 column 3.
All right.
C slash O dash indicate. Auto throttle off button alt plus E. N1 selector auto button alt plus L. Auto throttle pressed. N1 selector off. N1 off button alt. Speed off button alt. Spoiler A on button. Spoiler B on. Speed brake edit red only alt plus K up.
We're sorry, passengers. Our captain.
Auto brake edit red only alt plus TRTO. Spoilers retracted.
All right, RTO is set.
Over speed indicator off alt plus 1. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. V5 row. Lockheed Martin registered.
Parking brake on.
All
Park and
right.
brake light off. Park and brake off.
He's busy drinking eggnog.
He's He's had way too many glasses of eggnog, folks. He's not
0 knots ground speed.
capable of operating this
0 knots
aircraft
0 knots ground speed.
very
Oh, there he
efficiently
is.
right now.
No, it's fucking
There it
honeycomb, dude.
goes.
It's not nothing to do
Zero
with what
knots
I'm
ground
doing.
speed.
It's honeycomb.
0 knots ground speed.
Brandon, when you have these problems, I'm gonna laugh in your fucking face.
0 knots ground speed.
It gets aggravating when you have these problems because
Oh, I'm sure it does.
you're doing everything
0
you're
knots ground
supposed
speed.
to, and it's being fucking stupid. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you the stupidest problem I saw you have was that period.
0 knots
issue
ground
where
speed.
You had to keep having a period to get it to go up. And then you almost.
Yeah, that's probably a 2020 thing. Like it's like
0 knots
where
ground speed.
oh, you were trying to stop. He was trying to stop the plane on landing,
0 knots ground
and
speed.
like he was trying to hold the
No, he was
put
trying
the
to
blade
take
brakes
distracted.
on.
off, and he couldn't take off.
Speed
He
brake
was-
extended
Speed
light
brake
on.
on.
he was
Speed brake
trying
arm
to
light on.
speed
0
up,
knots
but it
ground
wouldn't
speed.
speed up. It was going like
0 knots ground speed.
Oh, what the fuck? That's weird.
And then every time he tapped a period, you had to keep pressing.
Now
it,
watch,
and
I'm
it
gonna
was
show
going
you.
up.
I know.
0 knots ground speed.
Oh, jeez.
Getting ready to do something that's gonna solve the fucking problem. Hold on.
Parking brake off.
Parking brake on. Parking brake light on.
I know exactly what it is because I unhooked my fucking Bravo. I really wasn't using it besides doing the damn what? I'm gonna hook this back up and it's gonna work. I'll take off. Watch. Guarantee it. But I don't got enough room for all this shit. That's the bad thing about the honeycomb. They didn't design it like I wish they'd designed it where you could put them together. Not you got to have like 5 foot of space across your table.
Yeah.
But
That makes sense.
that's all right. Get it here. Sit it there.
It sounds like you don't have a very big desk.
Well, no, I do, but I've got my Alpha on it. I mean, Alpha, dude, it's like I don't know, as long as a
Well, the shipping weight's like 24 pounds on that shit, so.
yeah. I mean, it's not horrible, but I apologize, guys. I promise you, once I hook this in, we'll go. Because I'll pull this lever down, and it's going to activate exactly what I need it to. And we'll be on our way. Now, let me get the cord. That's the other joy of it, is all these damn cords, huh? Of course, this was another... I think I went over that with you too. Well, Brandon, you're not going to get to honeycomb, are you?
No.
Do you? I mean, are you ever? Do you plan on getting you
Taskbar.
a flight stick at all? Like,
You had said you were
He's
gonna
got
send
he's
me
got to
one.
get it. He's got to get like a HOTUS. Get like a HOTUS 1 at least.
well, I was going to send you the one flight stick, but remember something went wrong with
Oh, right.
all my sim stuff.
AFC bridge
But
RPFC line
you do
throttle
have a
Polish
keyboard.
remote 65 finding left
Yeah.
parent S right parent
Okay,
successfully
see?
from global profile PMDG line
I don't know if
NGX
you
left
guys
parent
heard that
new right
message.
He
parent
does
line
have
throttle
a controller
wind
like
leveler
which is
active,
I do have
capable
an
of
Xbox.
taking
Did
off.
Did you
It's
guys
not
hear
the
that
best,
message or
like,
no?
he-
I'm guessing you
he's-
did.
he's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin registered pre-R 3 Lockheed Martin
I didn't know.
So, well, no, you
MCP
were,
speed row 1 column
you were
2
talking.
over speed indicator off out
Oh, no, I'm
Basically-
watching the stream, dude.
Basically, you could. Well, yeah, you
MCP
did.
speed
Josh, no, say Josh didn't because he was talking to us. Basically, the settings that I need, they couldn't apply themselves because I'd unhooked.
That wasn't hooked up.
But I thought, okay, I'll just use the F keys. It won't be a big deal, but it is a big deal. Once you set them keys and you activate the honeycomb, you got it. Well, you got to you deactivate.
Well, are you screwing? Are you screwing? Like, what are you screwing in? Like, are you screwing? Are you like hooking this? Putting this?
I'm
oxygen
putting
level
my sniper
66%.
rifle together for you, Josh.
Yeah,
The
right.
tripod. No, No, they're the brackets that go underneath the table, because otherwise your stuff would sit there, and every time you pull a throttle or pull back on the yoke or whatever, you'd end up pulling it off the table, because they're heavy.
Yeah.
They're heavy, but they're it don't take much to throw it off. I gotta make sure it didn't activate approach, because that'd be bad if it did.
MCP speed.
I know that
Overspeed indicator off, Alt +1.
Overspeed indicator off, okay.
Lockheed Martin registered, R3D registered, V5. Approach mode off, glide slope hold off.
There we go. Yeah, it actually activated my approach mode. We don't need that. Alright, let's try this now and see what happens.
Oh, you don't want to try to take off with approach mode on? That could be fun.
Parking brake on.
Parking brake off. Parking brake light off.
I mean,
And
there's
he
been
doesn't
some
break off
BVF
on
pilots
his
who
Speed
have
brake arm
done
light on.
that.
Speed brake D/N arm light on.
By
Speed brake arm
accident.
light off. Auto throttle
Yeah,
arm.
me on
Auto
tramp.
throttle arm. 0 knots ground speed. 0 knots ground
Well,
speed.
no, I'm thinking of thinking of people
Speed
who
brake
don't plan
extended
ahead,
light on.
like
0 knots ground
Daryl.
speed. Speed brake extended light off.
Oh,
How's it gonna go? Did
Auto
first
throttle
officer forget to do
Cross
something?
that.
0 knots ground speed.
What is it doing, dude?
Speed brake D/N arm light on.
Did first officer forget to do something?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
no.
first officer might have. What did it not set? It didn't set
Left 5.
something, that's for sure.
Go back through your flows.
Well,
Parking brake on.
Parking brake off.
Parking brake light on. No smoking sign on.
that's supposed to be on. I'm just checking my switches here. I don't want to have to do this all over.
Lockheed Martin registered, R3D registered, V5.
dude,
Spoilers
I've had to
colon
do
0.
many IYP flights over because it's forgotten to do shit.
Spoilers retracted.
Oh, I know.
Spoilers retracted.
Alright, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Let me go to.
Folder view list. Act RT Lockheed Martin or FS Airlines row 1 column form 1 row 1. Pre-FLT flow button.
And your checklist looked fine. Good.
Before the CHKLST button. Taxi CH. After start flow button.
I'm going to run
Rest.
this because that's where my flow was messed up the first time. With my after start flow. But. I'm wondering.
Act RTE legs 1/5. Act RTE legs 1. Selection. Proof. Red. Clear. Edit. Send. Edit RTE. Edit ref rest.
In it ref. Let's go here.
Send. Edit. Clear. Proof. Edit red home. Act per minute. G1 colon 150. Land 2 Z3 colon. Left
CDU message
FMC light.
displayed. Unable
CDU number
270
1
KTSFA. CDU message cleared.
Takeoff ref 1. Takeoff ref flaps 1 colon 5 degrees 146 greater 140s. Flap takeoff ref flap 1 colon 5 degrees 146 greater 146. Takeoff ref 1/2.
I know your takeoff ref if you don't get that set right. I just went back through it to make sure. It all looks good though.
Act RTE legs 1/5. Form 1 row 1 column 2.
I am definitely blaming the first officer on this.
Lockheed Martin registered.
Parking brake on.
Parking brake off. Parking brake light
Even
off.
if y'all had to start it over again, y'all have it a little bit easier than we did in the IYP days. That was worse.
0 knots ground. 0 knots ground speed.
Well,
brake on.
yeah, I mean,
Speed brake arms light on.
at
Speed
least
brake
back,
arms light
you know,
off.
back then,
Speed
like,
brake
you
is
had to do
Zero
all the
knots ground
checklists
speed.
over again.
0
You had
knots
to-
ground speed.
You know, it was.
Ryan logged onto the server. Ryan joined channel root. Ryan left channel root. Ryan logged out of the server. Spoilers retracted. Speed brake extended light on. 0 knots ground speed.
Come on, what are you doing? Why is it not?
Spoilers retracted. Speed brake D/N spoilers colon 0. 0 knots ground speed. Auto throttle arms. Auto throttle arms. Left flight director off. Left flight director light off. Right flight director light on. Left flight director off. Left FD master off. Left flight director on. Left flight director on.
Dang it. Why is it not moving? I don't understand.
Engine number 1 reverser light on. Auto throttle off. Auto throttle arms light off. Auto throttle arms switch off. Auto throttle light off. Engine number 2 reverser light on. Engine number 1 reverser light off. Engine number 2 reverser light off. Speed brake D/N arm light off. Spoilers retracted. Speed brake extended light on. Speed brake extended light off.
Alright, let me do.
Act RTE legs 1/form 1 row 1
This
column
is
3
stupid.
FS Airlines row 1 column 4. The hangout dash team talk 5 star untitled dash. Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered. The Act RTE legs 1/5
I've
dash
got
TMDT edit
everything
red only
here.
multi-line.
I'm gonna go look.
Lange 1 colon less FM Lange 3 colon less
I
DFD.
mean, it, for
Lange,
that, it can only be a
5
few
colon FS
things.
actions greater. 6 colon Lange
For it not
5
moving.
colon
Yeah,
FS actions
something's
greater.
definitely stopping you from moving.
3 colon less doors maintenance. 4 colon less pushback cruise greater. Degrees comms. Shock select tug Lange 6 colon less Lange 5 colon less set/X remove none greater.
Okay, yeah, it's removed.
4 colon 0 degrees 3 colon no turn. Turn nose 2 colon less straight out feet greater.
I don't understand. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and fucking
Pushback dash PMDG set.
fiddle with this.
Lockheed
another
Martin
20
registered
minutes
prepar
when I can
3D
just-
registered vehicle.
Speed brake arm.
Speed brake arms light on. Speed brake D/N arm light on. Speed brake arms light off.
Okay.
Speed brake extended light on. Speed brake D/N arm light off. Spoilers retract. Spoilers retracted.
Okay, that's right.
Speed brake arm.
Speed brake arms light off.
I think
Speed
he
brake
just
D/N arm light on. Auto
something
throttle arm.
didn't get
Auto
done
throttle arms light
clearly.
on. Auto throttle arm switch on. Auto throttle light on.
Wait a minute.
Altitude edit alt. Intervene button alt. VNAV off button alt plus V. VNAV light on. VNAV light on. VNAV on.
Bet we'll go now.
Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered
Maybe.
V5.
I shouldn't have said that.
Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3. Parking brake on.
Parking brake off.
Parking brake light on.
Okay. Parking brake off.
Parking brake on.
Parking brake off. Parking brake light off. 0 knots ground. 0 knots ground. 0 knots ground
I
speed.
wish these dogs would stop barking. Jeez.
Speed brake extended light on. Speed brake D/N arm light off. 0 knots ground speed.
But
0 knots ground. 0 knots
your
ground speed.
trim's right, right?
Yeah, everything's.
VNAV on button alt plus V. Level change off button alt plus L. Intervene button alt plus I. Altitude edit alt plus E.
I was hoping that's what it was, but I guess not.
Level change off button alt plus L. Hold off button alt plus
Some
A.
of the briefings don't
VNAV
even
indicator on
happen,
alt plus 1.
You know what? That's the thing I didn't hear happen too. His briefing didn't play.
What, the safety thing you mean?
No,
Yeah, your safety thing.
Well, I'm not.
Lockheed
Because I
Martin
didn't load packs.
Sir.
Oh, okay.
Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D
no,
registered
I'm not
V5
talking
left
about
parent.
that.
Not
I'm
responding
talking
right
about a
parent.
first officer.
Yeah, I think it's from where I plugged it. Like, okay, we're just gonna. Cause P3D just flipped
Lockheed
out.
Martin registered prepar 3D
So-
registered. Cannot kill the current process. Form 1 row 1 column 2. Loading after start flow button. FS Airlines row 1
Yeah, I
column
might as
2.
well just fucking just restart it. We'll get further.
FS after start flow button.
All right.
Hey, when
Form
you
1.
load the
Flight aborted dialog lost connection to flight simulator. Flight aborted. OK button.
The first officer.
FS Airline.
You what?
Where'd you
The
load
configuration
Air Force
dialog.
Yeah,
Configuration
but
dialog.
where is it? Like, is it?
And so when you load first officer,
It's
you
in the
tab
nav
and
data
it-
folder.
Are you talking about the file itself? You edit or the button for your pref?
No, he's talking about where the make runways file is specifically for make runways, and it's in the nav data folder.
Oh.
Rank runways will put in there when you configure nav data.
But you don't.
update nav data
You
button.
don't gotta
Okay,
go.
then you load
But you
that
don't-
into
You don't got to go in there
you
anyways.
load that into
No,
TFM, right?
FSFO, yeah, FSFO will update its own database. TFM has its own.
Yeah, TFM. Yeah, you don't got to do none of that with TFM. And then you've got make runways in your P3D directory that you got to run when you do your air act data.
For TFM, yeah. That TFM uses that.
I've got a heater up here on my table too. That's why I don't.
Alexa. Alexa, cancel. 38 degrees. I should probably let my dog out before it gets colder.
How cold is it gonna get tonight?
22, so it says.
Ooh,
I'll take that.
I'm
This
actually.
is not the worst we've gotten this weekend, so
Yeah.
okay, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Ziggy.
Brandon,
Weather
it
now.
got cold there for you too, didn't it, Brandon? Like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
We were down to 10 degrees on Friday night, or on Friday night.
I was
so-
down to. What the? Cancel.
what did that
I didn't
just
say anything about. Stop.
What did that just say? Something-
What?
Weatherbot is my name and weather is my game. I never said anything about a weatherbot. I said weather now. It's like did that. What the hell? Ziggy.
You just say weather, Brandon.
Weather.
You don't have to say weather now.
Oh gosh, that was funny, dude.
In Copper's code, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy skies. Tonight, you can expect mostly clear skies with a
Oh,
low
that's
of
set
26
for me,
degrees.
Brandon. I needed that.
Here's your traffic update. Currently, traffic on your commute looks good. The fastest
All
route
right,
takes
guys.
about 1 hour 22 minutes via US 183 on 35. This route
Just gonna
requires
run this
toll.
over. Yes.
I love when
the
you
days
ask
of
it things and
Simming.
it
tell
randomly
you.
says different things.
All of you out there that might watch this or have watched this, or when you do watch this, you're probably saying, why so many problems? Well, I can tell you, and I can promise you, you will have these problems. At some point or another, you will run into a problem. It's just the way it is. Which we all done know that, right? We all know that. Even Brandon knows that from his days of simming. Like, there are them days when
Dude,
you want
I
to
can't
sim
tell you
and
how
nothing
many
goes
problems I
right.
ran into when I first started.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got what I think is gunshots outside my window.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not good.
Tell Dr. Dre to get back home. All right. Well, at least I didn't have to kill the stream too. This actually works better because now I can set my keyboard up on both of these because I got them side by side, like right next to each other. So I can lay my keyboard over top of
New notification window.
both of them.
New notification.
All right.
The Hangout Dash Team Talk Star Untitled. The Hangout Dash Team Talk 5. The Hangout Dash Folder View List FS.
Well,
Person 1 Process Lat PMDG PACX Prepar 3 DV566
the one thing you
App
can
Start
run
Cursor.
into as well with this, if you're having a
Normal
problem
cursor.
with your airplane, you think it's your airplane,
Current
or you
aircraft
think it's
colon,
like a
number 1
setting
edition off.
and whatever. If you download extra liveries or whatever, some of them are junk. Like,
Altimeter
I've had
colon 0 inches. Dot
I've had
navigation
some
off.
that-
Beacon off. Landing off. Taxi off. Strobe
I've
off.
had some that's worked great, but there's been others that don't work well at all, especially with the payware. So I don't have any of them extra liveries. I didn't download any, but just so people know.
I remember the one freeware aircraft I always seemed to have trouble with was that one infamous Airbus A320neo. I can't remember what pack it came out of, but it would never fly right.
Oh, the Neo?
Loading airport database.
Yes.
Sound on.
Yeah.
Prepare 3D registered scenario startup
it
window.
Never fly. Like it never got off the ground right. It would stall.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing
Airport
is
database
junk.
loaded.
Yeah, some of them were.
Change vehicle button.
Here we go. Change vehicle, guys. You shut your mouth over there, Google. I didn't say you.
Prepare 3D registered scenario startup.
Yeah, mine will randomly activate like that too. It happened to me today when I was watching something.
I'm not sure why P3D crashed, but it did. Probably because I plugged in that Bravo afterwards. We'll take off this time. I know we will. I know that's what the problem is.
Prepare 3D register. The hangout dash team. The hangout. Prepare 3D registered scenario startup row 1 column 2.
Come on.
Explorer. The hangout dash. The hangout. Prepare 3D registered scenario startup row 1 column 2. Explorer. Folder view list. Prepare 3D registered scenario startup row 1 column 1. Prepare 3D registered scenario startup window. Change vehicle button.
What is it?
Blizzard
Submenu
and Buffalo
dialog window.
claim
Edit
12
land.
lives.
House. PMDG.
All right.
Land. Land.
PMDG house.
Land.
Oh, I've got to deal with that crazy woman in the morning.
Oh no.
I'm not looking forward to that, dude. I don't. She's probably one of the ones that I've just not enjoyed dealing with at all.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you.
Yeah, because she doesn't. She just keeps giving you the runaround and doesn't like.
Exactly.
Clearly doesn't like give.
I have never
shit to
seen.
say,
I'm telling you, facts on the table. I go in the morning and she starts this bullshit like she's completely clueless. I'm going to contact Miami right in front of her. Right in front of her. I forgot I was online, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Come on.
Prepare 3D registered scenario startup.
I will be so glad when my new computer gets here.
You know, I laugh.
Prepare 3D
Come over into this neighborhood and try to do something stupid.
Oh boy, what
This is the
happened?
dumbest neighborhood for people to try to be stupid on. There's 2 cops and every house in this whole neighborhood has security cameras. Like, why would you do something in this neighborhood?
Oh jeez.
Prepare 3D registered scenario startup.
Yeah, unfortunately, some people are clueless.
Num lock on. Num lock off. Bottom PMD. Bottom PM. Top PMDG house. Bottom PMDG. Edit PMDG house. Data grid. Checkbox not checked. Data grid.
Alright, let's...
Combo box none collapse news.
Did we start over?
Avatar
Yeah,
colon.
He's having
Combo
to,
box none
yeah.
collapse news vista set to
Yeah.
realism set. Avatar. Combo box none collapse. Group by colon. Show only fake. Checkbox not checked. Data grid. Edit selected PMDG. Data grid. Data grid with 35 rows and 6 columns.
I wonder who it is.
Bottom land. Checkbox not. Data grid with 35 rows and 6 columns.
NBA being
Folder
stupid
view
as
list.
hell. Come on.
Oh, what else is new?
Taskbar. App start cursor. Normal cursor. Normal cursor. App start.
Hey, I gotta give it to NV Access, man. We had one update now, or
Loading
two
NVDA,
updates
please
now,
wait.
where I haven't had to reinstall and update the Eloquence drivers.
Well, that is a good thing.
Yeah, I
Submenu
try,
dial.
I try not to update unless I
Submenu dialog.
absolutely
Checkbox
have
not
to.
checked. Data grid. PMDG.
Well, I mean, given that they've almost broken
PMDG
they've broken add-ons
737-800
almost all
NG.
the update. Dude, I started getting annoyed. I was like,
PMDG 737-800 NG.
Yeah.
They've been slacking.
PMDG 737-900 ERNG shoe PMDG house blended Windows left parent and 730.
because you had to update all the add-ons.
Right.
Then
PMDG
every update they did after
737-900
that
ERNG
was
shoe
like,
PMDG
oh,
house split scimitar
so
winglets
you
left
have to
parent
do all
and
your add-ons.
739
Oh, you
ESR
have to do all your add-ons,
2019
and
right
that
parent.
makes
Data
me
item selected.
It's taking more time to update NVDA than it was getting work done.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Prepar 3D. Change vehicle button. Combo box.
Alright,
Change
here we
airport
go.
button. Select an
But on
airport
my
as your start.
work laptop, we use
Submenu dialog window. Edit blank.
JAWS and Microsoft Outlook.
Kind.
I'll never understand this. Like, I get it. You know, we live in a picturesque world now, but I still don't get why email clients need an emoji panel. I'm trying to understand why reacting with a thumbs up or whatever
Combo box
to an
menu
email
models. Dot combo
is
box. Combo reset all. Combo box.
useful in any way, shape, or
Expanded.
form,
Active.
and
It's
I can't
not.
yet figure out why.
I know.
not,
We've dealt with the
unfortunately.
same shit down there at the
Combo box. Exit
courthouse.
runway collapsed. Select your starting location.
Yep.
And it's just like,
Expanded. At 14 not selected. 20 for
Wh-
20. 32
like I
not
told
selected.
David, what is the purpose of that? What do we actually need
Yeah.
that for?
5L not
We
selected.
don't need that
23,
shit.
30, 5L, 5
Well,
R,
and it's
gate 11 dash,
stupid
gate
because
12
JAWS
dash, gate
has got
11
this
dash dash
problem
gate
now
medium
where
not
if
selected.
even if you alt tab
Combo box
into
gate
Outlook,
11 dash
like
dash
you
gate medium
get into
collapsed.
that
Select your
emoji
starting
panel
location.
for
God.
email, and so I've
And- well,
accidentally
and-
reacted to things
Not only that, but it
without
don't
meaning
even.
to. Yeah.
It doesn't even connect with anything that you would do with your email that would make it professional
No.
anyways. There's no professionalism with that that part of it at all.
Button zoom in.
Yeah,
Combo box
it's
gate
not
11
at
dash
all.
dash reset all button.
And you
Combo
can't
box
turn it
menu
off.
models
Like,
dot
I was
airport dot name
Googling
index
this and tried
collapsed.
to
Select
figure it
reset all
out,
button.
and
Combo box gate 11 dash
apparently
dash
there's so
gate
many
medium.
people
Button
who
zoom
hate
in.
it.
Button zoom. Button
And,
combo reset.
Office
Combo
support's
combo
all
box
just
menu
said,
models
"No,
dot airport.
sorry.
Combo reset. Combo box
You
gate
can't
11.
turn this off,
You
but
know,
we'll think about it for a future
A
update.
company that is so supposedly supposed to be very professional putting that kind of junk into email clients, that's
Change
very
vehicle button.
childish in my
Combo
opinion.
box fogged and collapsed. Choose from various. Change airport button. Select an airport as.
I
Change
just don't
location
understand
button.
it,
Change
like-
your starting position. Change air. Combo. Change. OK button.
If you, for you to agree to somebody in an email, it takes probably less than a minute
Yeah.
to write back a
Prepar 3D
formal
register
response
scenario
that
start of
says,
left parent.
okay,
Not responding
sounds
right
good,
parent.
thank you very much,
Right.
whatever. I don't need
Yeah.
to send you a
Pause.
thumbs
New
up.
notification window. Simulation rate
Or a
colon 1.
smiley emoticon.
If I want to do that, I'll put it in the message.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you what really
exactly.
gets me with emojis. Like, I know some people in this community, when they write me messages, they'll write a bunch of those stupid emojis. I'm like, stop writing those. It's so dumb. It's childish.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it like that I don't use emojis at all because I do, but I don't at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody would
I use them
at
when
work.
I
If
text
I'm
people,
texting
like
somebody, I will.
smiley
because,
face
like,
or
reacting to a message is nice. Like,
Right.
if I can react thumbs up to a message on my phone, you know, while
thumbs
I'm
up
like,
or
whatever,
middle
that's a whole
index
different-
finger pointing up. I've done a few of those
But I
too.
mean, that's on my phone. Like, I'm not expected to be professional on my phone.
Right.
Like,
New
if you're
notification.
texting me,
Number 1. New no-
like, and like,
Current aircraft
it's
colon.
like I told my
PMDG
boss,
700.
like, if you want to have
Number
a
1 generator
formal
active. Number 2 generator
conversation,
on
round.
sound.
email me. If you're gonna text me, I'm
All
gonna
right,
reply back
folks.
with a
New
thumbs up
notification.
or whatever, because you know I'm.
The hangout
Yeah,
dash
I
key.
just don't see the need for emojis in a
Start on
work
title dash
setting.
note.
That's not professional.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3. Lockheed Martin registered. Star untitled dash notepad. Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off.
There we go.
Initializing all systems. Parking
Yeah.
brake off. 10,000. Squawk 2,000. Navigation off. Beacon off. IRS display selector TK/GS.
Oh,
Stone
Lord,
lights
no.
off. Engine number 1 EEC on. Engine number 2 EEC on. Oxygen normal. Flight control left bracket A right bracket on. Flight control left bracket B right bracket on. Spoilers A on. Spoilers B on. Alternate flaps off. VHF navigation selector normal. IRS selector normal. FM.
Oh no, that would.
Flight altitude. Landing altitude.
Okay.
Text folder view list. Report flights. FS Air. Fly Central 2006. Flight simulator first
I will
officer.
say,
Next
though,
40.
one thing that would
FSDT.
make
FS
airliners,
FSD.
like-
Flight simulator first officer. Prop 3 of 60.
Especially like.
App
not-
start
not
cursor.
saying that
Normal
I'm lazy
cursor.
or anything, because I'm not.
Yeah.
And I
Form
whatever,
1.
But if I'm
Connected button.
on,
Voice
like,
button. Auto. Start after. Taxis. Before the sea. Pre FLT. Pre FLTs. Before start. Before start. Rep button. Rest.
Economy Plus on United.
Yeah.
Briefing. X
It
button.
would be really cool.
Dash button.
if I could
SID
go
combo
into
box
the
collapsed.
United
Edit selected
app
5.
and
Combo box
order my
collapsed.
drink.
Edit selected full.
Yes.
Order
Combo box
whatever
collapsed.
instead
Edit
of
selected on.
waiting for the
Combo
flight
box
attendants
collapsed.
to
Edit
come,
selected off.
or
On. Combo box
pushing
collapsed.
that
Edit selected.
to have
Combo
them
box.
come
Yes.
back
Yes. Select. CP set toga. Edit
and
selected. Z. Edit selected.
take my
Edit select.
order,
Import.
leave,
Combo box collapsed. Edit
come
selected.
back,
23R.
Right.
0. Z. 4.
They're doing all
20.
this contactless
23R.
payment
IO edit
now,
red
so
only
it would be
selected.
cool if they
Combo
could
box
just do
collapsed. Edit
contactless
selected.
orders.
33,000.
Yeah,
Alt
that
edit
would
selected
make
0.
sense.
Star combo box
I
collapsed.
mean-
Edit selected yes. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected ills.
I can think of
Combo
so
box
many
collapsed.
ways
Edit
to
selected
do
0.
airline
20.
travel,
20.
like
30.
on
35.
airlines,
40.
like,
Combo box collapsed. Edit
not
selected
only
3.
that,
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 200.
make your stuff accessible
selected
for
0.
us to use, like your
Combo box collapsed.
entertainment
Edit selected
stuff.
200. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 3. Combo edit selected. Download WX button.
All right, download
Rest.
WX.
Cargo FL. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 18L.
Here we
0
go.
5. 18. 18R. 18L. Set ill. Edit. X button. Rest. Form 1. Rep button.
I think we'll be good now. Like
Star
I
untitled.
said,
That Lockheed Martin register.
I'd unhooked the Bravo because it got so cold the other night. I needed more room on my table so I could put my heater up
Door
on
one
the
open.
desk to point up higher because the heat just wasn't enough where I had it. And so I undid my Bravo. But I'm telling you, I flew the other day without my Bravo and it was fine. So, evidently not today. P3D says, nope, you gotta have it, buddy. Or it was, I'm actually leaning toward first officer didn't set something right. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward, actually.
Good afternoon, Captain.
IRS
CDU message
GPS
display.
light on. Oxygen level
Single
66%.
FMC operation.
But I was doing a lot earlier with Brandon. We're doing like the leg stuff, and I could have very well forgot
Yeah.
something myself. Who knows?
I don't see
Navigation
what
on.
you would
CDU
have
message
forgotten.
IRS GPS light
You did
off.
everything right.
Flight recorder
Yeah.
light off. Flight control left bracket A right bracket low pressure light on. Flight
I
control
don't
left
think I
bracket B
did
right bracket low
anything
pressure light on.
Myself.
Yaw damper
but
light on. Field dip pressure light on. Speed trim failed light on. Mock trim failed light on. Transfer bus number 1.
I always like to leave a little space there because you never know. I could have hit something. My hand could have hit something. Like you'll find when you got controllers in front of you, especially when you got the Honeycomb Alpha and the Bravo, and they're both in front of you. It's very easy to hit a button. Very easy. 'Cause you got like rocker panel switches. You got your throttles, and I've got mine set
Graphic cursor. Normal cursor.
where they're not.
You got a whole cockpit.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. But I need to actually set them a little bit more where they're harder to push because I don't have much tension behind them. And I
Yeah.
need to. Actually, when you add more tension to it, it makes it feels kind of more realistic when you're up, throttling up. So it's got a little knob on the right side of your
House smelled like hay.
Bravo.
Don't you hate when you're cooking and you have to wait because it's so much torture and you're hungry?
Absolutely. Oh, there goes another one.
There we go. There's what I wanted at. There's enough tension on it now to if without the clamps tightened down, and if I pull back on the throttles towards me, it would literally flip over the whole device. Well, not now because I got it clamped, but
Left master caution light off. Right master caution light off. Flight controls warning light off. Fuel warning light off. Electrical warning light off. Anti-dash ice warning light off. Hydraulics warning light off. Doors warning light off. Overhead warning light off.
Josh,
Left
you don't
IRS
really
DC light
gotta
on. Left
set up-
IRS mode
you
selector
don't
line.
really got
Left
a
master
good
caution
setup
light on.
for-
Right master caution light on. IRS warning light on. Left IRS
Under
mode
the
selector
desk
nav. Right
bracket.
IRS DC light on.
IRS
Right IRS
position.
mode selector line. Right IRS mode selector nav. Left IRS DC light off. Right IRS DC light off.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't.
Josh,
I don't know where he went.
He vanished. Well, because he had won that one device and then he never used it.
Because he couldn't fit it on his desk properly.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like
what I'm
hang
saying.
over.
Well, it's supposed to.
Unknown cursor. Left
CDU
FMC
message
light off.
cleared.
Right FMC light off. CDU number 1 message.
That's the whole. The
Speed trim failed light off. Mock trim failed light off.
Bravo
IRS
hangs
line.
over. The Alpha hangs
Right.
over. They
I
all
don't
got to
know if he
hang
had
over the
enough room.
edge.
I don't know if he had enough room though. That's what
No,
I'm
I don't
saying.
think it was. I don't think it was room. I think it had to do with his like under part of his desk.
Yeah.
I don't know what to ask
Right.
him. I can't remember what he said.
CDU number 2 execute key available. CDU number 2 execute key unavailable.
I didn't realize that he had left. Actually.
No, he's still here, but I think he's muted.
Oh.
Yeah, he's definitely still here, but I think he's.
Got you.
He fell asleep.
He might have actually. He's known to do that.
It's pretty cool though. The
CDU number 2 execute key available.
the Bravo, like right now, there is there's one light lit up on the Bravo right now. But once power,
CDU
well,
number
not
2
power,
execute
but
key unavailable.
CDU.
once the jet is fired up,
Heading
Yep.
out for the walk around.
Menu
lights
dash
up
TMDG
everywhere.
737 CDU. Edit read only multi-line menu.
Oh wow.
yeah,
Menu.
pretty cool.
1 colon. Less FMC. Land. Items.
This won't take long, guys. I'll fly through this, but I'm not
Act
gonna
act RTE 1 slash
explain
2.
it.
Origin test.
Third
Act
gun.
ord 1 colon. Kind KCLT. Land step slash
Torture.
land 1 colon. Less step kind arc. Kind sit 1. Land 2. Land 3. Land 4 colon. Near 623L.
Great South 5.
3. Land 2. Land 1 colon. DAWNN 1 less cell greater 23R. Land
South
1
1.
trans 2 colon. IIU.
I'll be so glad to get out of these freezing low temps.
CDU number 1 execute key unavailable. CDU number 2 execute key
too.
unavailable.
Man,
Unfortunately,
I hate-
though, we still got a while to go.
1 colon. Step slash 1
Well.
colon. Land 2 colon. KCLTR
I
greater.
hate dripping water faucets. I really
Land
do.
1 star case KC star 1. 2 colon. BANKR. Land 3 colon. BANKR 2.23 Ls 18L.
Yeah, that
CDU
does
number
suck.
1 execute key available. 2 trans 3. Land 4 colon. CHSL. Land 5 colon. FILPZ.
CDU
Case
message
3
displayed.
trans. 2
CDU
colon.
message
Comdion
cleared.
slash trans 3 colon. Skywick Abbey. 1 colon. FI. CDU
See, I've already got my departure and my arrival done.
230. Act RTE legs. Act RTE legs 1 2 1 colon. Left parent. Vector 2 colon. Sneva 4. Left
CDU
FMC.
message displayed.
Left
CDU
1 3
message
1
cleared.
4 1 5
I'm
RN
gonna
6
go
colon
and
1.00.
jump out of here and make me a quick phone call, and I will be back tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you.
Alrighty. I hope y'all had a good Christmas.
Yeah, you
Land
too.
4 Land 519 dash
Alright.
land 6 colon. Less legs request greater.
CDU message
Land
displayed.
6 land 6
CRZ
colon.
wind up
Less
ready.
legs request greater. Land 5 colon 6 colon. Less load.
All right, there's our weather. Load it.
CDU
Yeah.
number 1 execute key
He
available.
might have learned
CDU
a
number
few
2
things,
execute key
folks.
available.
Brandon
Execute key available.
Might have learned some by me telling him, but the reality is going to hit him here soon. Like, oh damn, why'd that happen?
Left
CDU
FMC
message
light
cleared.
off. Right FMC light off.
Which is okay.
1 3 1
Not
2
a
colon
bad
1
thing.
1 colon 1 2 colon Foyt 180 degree 1 colon Sneva 1 2 colon Foyt 1 3 colon DA 1 4 colon II 1 5
Guys,
colon
I'm just
Scotch
checking
5
my leg
colon
page
land
now for root
Act RTE
discontinuity.
1 1 colon Nism 1 2 colon Com 1 3 colon Lick 4 colon Fay 2 4 colon land
Weather
1 1 colon FIL 1 2 colon
Weather
5 1
reports
3
look
colon
pretty good.
0 4 colon ERHRT 4 colon land 1 colon left parent vector right parent left
CDU message displayed.
left
CDU
FMC
message
light off
cleared.
clear edit send button edit ref but rest clear scratch refresh button edit red act per G1 colon 100 plan 2 colon that ZF 3 colon 140 Yaw
CDU
camper light
message
off
displayed.
left FMC light on
Unable
right FMC light on
270
CDU number
KTSFA.
1 execute key left
CDU
FMC
message
light
cleared.
off Seatbelt select 3 went 1 flap take off flap 1 colon 5 degrees 146 greater 140.
Alright, here we go.
There you go.
Isolation back. Left back auto, right back auto,
Brandon's
right back
gone,
auto.
but I'm
Landing
already
altitude 50,
back up
landing
and,
altitude 100, landing altitude 200,
pretty much
landing
got
altitude
everything set
300,
back
landing
up.
altitude 450, landing altitude
There's something I was gonna-
650.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
Landing altitude 900, ignition start selector both. Ignition start selector
Well, I
right
can't
on,
remember
left,
what the reason was.
right
'cause
flight director on, right.
you'd won that one yoke, but you couldn't use it. And I couldn't remember. Was it because the desk wasn't big enough, or was it because of the way the
33,000.
underneath was? You didn't have nothing to clamp onto,
Altimeter
right?
colon 10
Like-
29.9
it was
takeoff,
both,
rep 1 slash
like,
2, flap 1 colon 5 degrees,
the-
flap takeoff, rep 1
the
slash 2, auto, flap 1
desk
colon
was
5
too,
degrees,
like, the
122,
edges of the
C3,
desk were
C4
too-
colon
it's too small, like, it's too
158.9,
thin to clip-
158.9,
to, like,
TW slash toe.
for them to
3
clip
CG2,
onto,
21
for it to
colon,
clip
22
onto.
colon, 127 1 colon, 5 degrees,
And
146
the other
greater 100.
the other thing is I don't
Land
have
2
a
colon,
throttle to
land,
go with it,
CG
so it
3
doesn't.
TW 3 colon, 26.6%, 4.65,
you know, like-
158
Yeah,
greater
yeah.
It's
I,
not-
knew,
it
I knew
wouldn't
it
really
was a
be
good
probably
reason. I
other
knew why
useful.
you couldn't do it, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Act RTE legs 1 slash
But yeah.
Yeah.
trim, elevator trim
But you
indicator.
gotta have the right setup for these with the brackets. I mean, like the honeycomb and the Bravo's better because you can use the sticky thing and it just like sticks to your desk. But with the one you had, you didn't have
Yeah.
that option. You just had to mount it. That was the only option. Like the mounts were stuck to it. Like they didn't come off. You had to, like they had to
Yeah.
be there, you know?
4.
Yep.
Land.
I mean, there was
four,
we kind of got around it by
land.
we like basically
Aileron trim
put
indicator
some
0. Elevator trim
like a
indicator
2
4
by
alt plus
4
D.
like piece of a 2x4 onto the desk and like made that big enough for it to clamp onto so that
Trim
like, it would
enabled.
support
Yeah.
it would support the
4.06.
desk that it wasn't big enough, but like
4.13.
that was just too
4.19.
unwieldy.
4.26.
Oh yeah, I can see
4.32.
because even like
4.39.
the table I'm using here,
4.45.
you know, in here,
4.52.
it's the table is high, and so the yoke is kind of about level with my chest, and that's too high. Like it
Aileron
makes
trim
it
indicator.
kind of tricky.
Elevator trim indicator 4.52 alt
The
plus
tricky
T.
thing too is like a lot of things now, like especially don't start using those adjustable mounts anymore.
4.58.
Like, there used to be these adjustable mounts that you could use.
4.64.
Yeah.
4.71.
Yeah, they don't, the yokes never really used those
4.77.
like, because they were like kind of a
Aileron trim.
preset
Stab trim indicator.
amount. and if
Electrical
you
autopilot
didn't
stab
have
trim
that
normal
set
button
up,
alt plus a.
then, you know,
Stab trim off button
screw
alt.
you basically. That's
Stab
pretty
trim
much
normal.
what-
Stab trim normal.
what
Edit
it
red
is.
only multi-line selected act RTE legs 1 slash.
I know Honeycomb
Selection
has
remove act RTE
you know,
legs 1 slash 5.
several configurations.
All right,
you
let me
could
make
use.
sure he
2
did
colon. Let's
that.
DL land. Land 5 colon. FS act 6 colon. 5 colon. FS actions greater.
I think we'll be good this
Land.
time, guys.
4 colon. Land 5 colon. FS actions greater. Auto. 3 colon. Auto. 4 colon. Let's push back cruise greater.
Make sure he got
Degrees
rid of
comms.
my
Shock
chocks.
select. Land. 6 colon. Let's return. 5 colon. Let's X set slash remove none greater. Let's X. Set.
CDU message
IRSGP
display.
degrees.
GPSR invalid.
5 colon. Let's set slash X remove none greater. Shock select 5 colon. Let's set slash X remove none greater. MCP power off. Shock select 5 colon. Let's set slash X remove none greater. X. Slash. X slash. Let's set.
Okay, why did he just say that?
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5. Act RTE 181 colon. SNEVA 299 slash 13,946. Battery
He just
discharge
said
light on. Back
GPS
discharge light on.
invalid. Maybe. I feel like he said that last time I did the flighting, but why would my GPS be invalid?
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5 dash PMDG 737 CDU.
Some thoughts on that, Josh?
Land 1 colon. Less FMC less rec greater. 100 Act RTE legs 1 colon.
What's up?
SNEVA 299 slash land 6 colon 1.00 slash 0.10
He
NMRTE
said
data
that
greater.
it said GPS invalid.
TF 4 colon 5 land. Land 4 colon.
Yeah,
setup
I've
greater.
gotten that before. Even in 2020, it
TMDG
doesn't
4 colon. Setup
seem to
greater.
matter very much.
TMDG 3 colon. Less DFDAU.
Long as the
I got that like on landing.
as long as the
and stuff,
IRU is valid. I mean, that's the main thing, right? The IRU.
2 colon.
but
Land.
IRS.
Or the
yes.
IRS, not you. Shit.
Land. Act RTE legs 1 slash 5. Act
Well,
RT
Yeah,
100
no, I heard
Schema
you.
299.
Okay, so everything looks good now, guys. I'm gonna go over here and
North
make
folder.
sure.
Lockheed Act RT Form 1 row 1 column press button. Conflict voice button. Auto button. Start engines button. After start flow. Start engines button. After start flow button. Taxi CHKLS. Before the CHK. Taxi
Alright, let's see
CHK.
here.
Before the pre-FLT flow button. Pre-FLT CH. Before start flow button. Pre-FLT CHKLS rest.
Reflect check.
Lockheed
Reflight
Martin red.
checklist.
Lockheed Martin red.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set. Altimeter set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Alright, that's a good thing. Checklist went through good. So we'll shut the doors.
Door 1 closed. Left FWD fuel pump on. Abu selector. Left forward fuel pump on. Battery discharge light off. Abu selector on. Bat discharge light off. Abu low oil pressure light on. Abu low oil pressure light on. Abu low oil pressure light off. Abu low oil pressure light off.
Okay. He'll be giving us a
Folder view. Lockheed Form 1 row 1. Form 1. Screen review. Pre-FLT act. CHKS. Bottom skip. 376 seconds until Abu is powered up semi-whole.
it never takes that long. It says 300 seconds till APU is powered up.
CHKLST 369 seconds until Abu is powered up semi-whole. Battery discharge. CHK 306 skip. IRS
CDU message
GPS
clear.
bottom. Abu power established. Bottom. Abu power
There we go,
established. Engine
APU
number 1
power
bottom. Setting
established.
parking brakes.
I think when it says 360 seconds, I think it's the time that it gives it, like maximum time.
Bottom. Setting wheel chocks. Doors warning light on. Door 1 open. Left aft fuel pump on. Left aft fuel pump on. Right aft fuel pump on. Right aft fuel pump on. Left center fuel pump on. Engine number 1 center low pressure light on. Center left fuel pump on. Engine number 1 aft low pressure light off. Right center fuel pump on. Engine number 2 center low pressure light on.
I
Center
don't know
right fuel
about
pump
you,
on. Engine number
Ryan,
2
but I
aft
feel
low.
like he's doing a lot more than he did last time.
Anti-dash collision lights.
Dear passengers,
Like,
Oxygen level 6.
stuff he's supposed to be doing.
and we will be ready for departure. In order for us to
Alright,
push back, we would
Lockheed
require...
Martin
Wait,
Red
wait,
Act
who?
RTE legs 1 slash Act RTE legs 1 slash 5.
The co-pilot, like
Selection
he's
removed.
doing more than what he did last time.
Menu. Land. 1 colon. Less FMC less act greater.
Like,
Land.
I feel like he
2
missed
colon.
it.
Land 3 colon. PF4. Land 5 colon. FS actions greater.
I just know what it was.
Cabin crew will be passing.
Auto 3 colon. Less more auto. 4 colon. Less.
Before departure.
Bit 4 shot 5 land 5 colon. Less X set slash remove none greater. Less X. Set. Decreased 4 shot 5 colon. Less set slash X remove none
There
greater.
we go.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 5.
Now we're ready to...
Folder view. Act art form 1 row 1 column 2. Form 1. Before start flow. Before start CHKLST but rest.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
Closed and
Like
locked.
that
Fuel.
close and lock.
1,
Fuel
6,
is good.
niner, niner, 5.
Total fuel colon
Check.
16,993.2 pounds.
On.
2,536.6 gallons.
V2,
Total fuel
1,
flow colon
0,
0.
Heading 2, 2, niner, altitude 3, 3, 0, 0, 0.
229.
Takeoff speed
100.
V1, 1, 4, 6.
33,000.
VR, 1, 4, 8. V2, 1, 5, 8.
Set.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and zero.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision lights.
On.
Checklist complete.
Act art Lockheed star untitled hangout dash MCP speed row 1 column 6. Under speed. Over speed indicate. Auto speed brake edit red spoiler speed N1 select auto throttle C slash up intervene on button alt plus A indicated airspeed edit alt plus E selected 100. Selection remove. 163. New notification window.
Alright.
Form 1 row 1 Act RTE Act RT folder Act R Form 1 row 1 column pre after start auto but voice button rest.
Ground crew from cockpit. Ground crew from cockpit.
Pushback started.
Go ahead.
Ready for pushback.
Waiting for ready for pushback call. Act RT Lockheed Martin
Steering
Lockheed Martin
inserted.
registered.
Release parking brake.
Parking brake light off.
Starting push.
Parking brake off.
Nose left.
Cleared to start engines. Nose left.
Say nose left, nose right, or stop push back.
Start
Folder view list.
engines.
Flight sim. Lockheed. Form 1 row 1. Form 1.
Starting
Voice
engine
button.
2.
Rest. End. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3.
All right, now come on, baby. Ah, we got an engine starting. We're getting somewhere here.
Engine number 2 fuel valve light closed.
Shit.
Engine number 2 spar valve light closed.
Still
Engine
with
number
it,
2 fuel
Ryan?
valve light in transit. Engine number 2 spar valve light in transit. Number 2 starter engaged. Engine number 2 fuel valve light closed. Engine number 2 spar valve light closed. Engine number 2 hydraulic pump low pressure light off.
Ryan, you alive over there? Didn't shoot no bullets to your window, did they?
Number 2 ignition on.
You in the ghetto or what? Oh, you must have stepped away for a minute. Josh, where
Drive
you
number 2
at?
light off.
Engine
I'm
2
here.
cut out.
Looks like
Engine number 2 auto.
Mist World, the game, is opening up tomorrow, like for permanently. So hopefully
So
we'll be able to play it tomorrow.
We can
Starting
still
engine
use that
1.
same
Unknown cursor.
executable and stuff, I'm guessing.
Engine number 1 GRD.
Yeah, we could log
Number
in
2 starter
tomorrow
off.
and
Pivot
play.
heat on. Flight recorder light on.
Continue.
Captain's pivot heat light off. Left elevator pivot heat light off. Left alpha vane light off. Left temp probe light off.
Is there,
torpedo heat light off.
are there
Right elevator pivot heat
visuals
light
to
off.
that
Right
and
alpha
we
vane
just
light
don't
off.
see
Pivot
it,
heat light
or
off.
no?
No, there's
Engine number
not.
1
There's
fuel
like a
valve light in
small
transit.
visual, but it's
Engine number
not
1 spar valve light in transit. Number 1 starter
95%
engaged.
audio. Most.
Engine number 1 fuel valve light closed.
Okay.
Engine number 1 star valve light closed. Engine number 1 hydraulic pump low pressure light off. Number 1 generator active.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
Number
I
1
like
ignition
it.
on.
I actually like that game. That's pretty cool.
Drive number 1 light off.
Engine 1 cut out.
Engine number 1 auto.
All right, now I want to make sure. I'm going to
Folder
watch
view.
him.
Lockheed. Form 1 row 1 column. Voice button. No next review
Stopping
mode.
pushback.
Bottom 7.
All engines stable. Check the doors.
Object review. Voice. Set parking brakes. Lockheed Martin register. Parking brake on.
Tow
Form
bar
1 row.
disconnected. See you on the
Parking
left
brake light
side
on.
with the
Screen
pin.
review. Land.
Have a
Bottom,
great
land.
flight.
Bottom. Land. Top. Land. Pushback completed. Left pack auto. Left pack auto. Folder view. Form 1 row 1 column. Form 1. No next review. Bottom. Setting. Bottom. Checking CHK. Checking aircon panel. Bottom.
All
Turning
right,
Apple
now
off.
he's
At
doing
bottom.
the
Setting
after
start.
start.
Bottom. Setting start selectors.
Looks
Engine
good.
bottom. Setting start selectors. Engine number 1 anti-dash ice on. Left cowl valve. Bottom.
CDU
Checking
message
ice
displayed.
protection panel. Wing
Tie on
anti-dash
about
ice
10
on. Left
degrees.
anti-dash ice valve open. Right anti-dash ice valve
I don't
open.
know, things
Taxi light on.
sound-
Taxi on.
I feel like last
Bottom.
time
Setting
he
internal light. Bottom.
didn't
Setting
do
internal light.
something.
Bottom. Setting internal lights. CHKLST. Setting flaps. Setting flaps. CHKLST. Setting RCDU legs P.
Setting
Bottom. Setting
flaps, setting
RCDU. Bottom. Setting
RCDU.
RCDU legs P. Bottom. Setting RCDU legs PG.
CDU
Flaps
message
bottom.
cleared.
Setting RCDU. Bottom. Setting RCDU legs PG. Bottom. Setting XPNDR. Trans. Bottom. Setting XPNDR. Dis colon 416 NM bar top colon 293 NM. Flaps and transit light off.
That.
Auto button. Flap. Start engines button. After start. Taxi CHKLST button. Rest.
Taxi checklist.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D
Generators.
registered V5.
On.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
Rejected takeoff.
Flight controls.
Yo.
Oxygen level 67%.
What's up, man?
Ah, beautiful. We've got a scammer.
Full left.
Oh, lovely.
Full right. Full back. Full forward.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Checklist complete.
Whoa.
Stub menu dialog window.
We're good.
Resume button.
Hold on.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar
We're
3D
good.
registered V5.
There we go. All right, so now we're through all that.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered
Let's
V5.
go
Folder view
ahead.
list. Flights. Lockheed Form 1 Act RTE. Let's start untie the hangout dash team. Lockheed Martin registered. Folder view. FS Tram. FS Airline. Fly Central. FS Tram for FS Tram C. FS Airlines 17 of. App start cursor. FS Airlines normal cursor. Login but rest. X but home. Flight in. Fly rest.
Fly.
Dash but. Exit but. Back but. Fuel up. FS Airline.
Fuel
Dash
up.
air. X. Fly rest.
Fly.
Exit button. High speed approved button. New notification window. New notification. Form 1 row 1 column 1. Taxi CH. Lockheed Martin registered R3D. Lockheed Martin registered R3D registered V5.
You should
put people in timeout, and
you should be
I
able
can
to.
put people in timeout, and I can hide them. I can't ban them.
You should be able to, because you're an admin, so you should be able to. You should be able to block them. Timeout.
No. I can put them in timeout, and I can remove their message, and I can hide them, and I can report their messages, but I can't.
I think hiding might be the same as. I don't think block does. They can still be on the channel. They just can't type nothing. I think that might be the same thing as blocking. Like if you hide them, they can't type anyway. So I think it's the same as blocking. Like when you block them, it don't even ban them anyways. It just prevents them from putting anything on the leaving messages. So hopefully you can still at least do that. Where when you hide them, it will keep them from.
Yeah, they can't. They can't.
Yeah. All right. Let me. Let's see here, guys. I think I already did our trim. I just want to make sure.
Alright,
Form
they
1
get
row 1
reported
column 2.
too,
X
so
RTE
when
legs
they
1
come on
slash
here
star
with all
untitled
these
dash notes the
checks,
handout dash
they
team
get
trim row 2
messages,
column
they
3.
get reported to you too,
Oh, good. Good.
Tailor trim indicator. Elevator trim indicator 4.77 volt plus T.
Okay, yeah,
come on
good
here.
there.
and try
Lockheed
to-
Martin registered pre-par 3.
Act goofy, yeah.
Jump the runway. Airport code edit land.
And it really does no good for
Six
them to
runways
do
loaded.
that. Like, it don't get them
Runway list.
nowhere to act like
0514
that.
semi. 23 at 23 R semi. Unused colon. No semi. Heading through colon. 23 L semi. Unused colon. No 23 R semi. Unused colon. No
Yeah.
semi.
Yeah,
Heading
they're
through colon.
freaking bots. Well,
224.
95% of them are controlling bots, I think.
Edit cursor.
All right, we're moving to the runway, folks. You're
They
good.
get their messages deleted.
Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D registered V5. Submenu dialog window paused. Sound off. Door 1 closed.
And it doesn't even interrupt him, so they're trying to interrupt the channel owner.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. They're just lonely individuals. That's all I can figure. I can't think of anything else.
Hey, it gives you more channel views.
That's right. when they act they do that nonsense, you know, they're still putting chat in there. So go ahead and click into that algorithm for us. We appreciate it. All right,
Lockheed
we are
Martin registered
runway
R3D registered V5.
23 right.
Unpaused.
Now we're gonna.
Folder view list FS Air. Lockheed Martin. Taxi CHKLST button. Before the CHKLST button.
Do it before
Rest.
takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist.
Lockheed Martin registered pre-par. Lockheed
Flaps.
Martin registered pre-par 3D
Set.
registered V5.
Stabilization trim.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Attitude mode disabled. Attitude mode
Flight
enabled.
attendants
Alright,
prepared
anti
to take
mode
off.
is enabled.
Read trim disabled.
Retrim is disabled.
Left
God forbid
retractable
that
landing
be
light on. Right
spammy as
retractable
hell.
landing light on. Landing on. Park and brake off. Park and brake light off. Unknown cursor. Auto throttle arms. Auto throttle arms light on. Auto throttle arms switch on. Auto throttle light on.
There we go. All right. Crossing my fingers, guys.
Why didn't they give you your full forward, full back thing?
Didn't
Zero
do the
knots ground
taxi
speed.
checklist, I imagine. I guess.
1 knots ground speed.
Oh yeah, there we go.
2 knots ground speed.
We're moving.
2 knots ground speed.
Oh yeah, he's rolling
Flight state
now.
dash taxi.
Sixteen knots.
Thrust set.
16 knots
knots.
ground speed.
23 knots.
Right
28
flight
knots.
director light on. Auto throttle servos on. Right FD
Speed
max
aligned.
line.
45
I gotta
knots.
work on that volume. It's too loud.
45
On
knots.
my end, it is.
80 knots.
82 knots.
Check.
Dude, yeah, I can hear that on my end.
82 knots.
Damn,
Auto
headset.
throttle servos
Yeah,
on.
that does get
I'm not even listening.
82 knots. 106. 15 knots. 138 knots.
10%.
138 knots.
Rotate. V2.
138 knots.
Up to.
163 knots.
Gear up.
Up 19.
174
Wing
knots.
anti-dash ice off.
Airborne.
Left anti-dash ice
Gear
valve
up.
closed. Right anti-dash ice valve closed. Auto brake disarm light off.
LNAV.
Flight state dash takeoff.
LNAV on.
Nose gear light off.
VNAV.
Left gear light off. Right gear light off.
VNAV on.
Flaps 5. Gear up. Dot.
Acceleration off.
Autopilot.
Speed is feed off.
Command A on.
Attitude low
CDU message
disabled.
display.
Left 1.
Fail alert.
MCP under speed 1.
Yeah, I knew
N1
that was
light on.
coming.
CMDA light on. CDU number 1 message light on.
Flaps up.
I mean, it ain't that low.
Message light on. Auto throttle servos on. N1 light on. CMDA on. Auto pitch on.
Warning's already
Auto roll
gone.
on. 140 knots indicated. Left ram door light off. Right ram door light off. Flaps
Yeah,
extended
that
light
would
off.
probably
Flaps
just
0.
come on time, I guess.
Flaps in transit light on. Folder. Lockheed Form 1 row 1 column 2 reset button. After take rest. Lockheed Martin register. Lockheed Martin register. R3
God, I'm gonna turn down that sound in just a minute. I'm gonna bring the volume down. It's just
Auto.
MCP under
it's
speed
a little
warning off.
loud. I'll fix it here in a minute.
Up and off.
Flaps.
Up no lights.
Gear lever off.
Checklist complete.
All right, let me verify that we're on
Engine number
the
1
right
auto. Engine
path
number 2
here.
auto. Form 1 row. Act RTE legs 1 act RTE. Act RT 182 degrees 20.0. Land 100 act RT 182 degrees 18.4 nm. Auto brake.
Oh yeah,
Land
we are.
182 degrees 18.2 nm. Land 182 degrees 18.0 nm.
Yeah, we're good. All right. Let me
Folder
fix
view
the
list. Epic
volume.
Airlines
It's a bit
1766 normal.
loud.
Settings. Settings windows. One suggestion. Sound mixer. Adjust the master out. Night. Input combo box line list systems. Act 4 FSM post line 1 line 2 line 3 Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. Adjust the output volume slider 50 52 49 27 24.
Let's try it at 25.
25.
See how that sounds.
Lockheed Martin registered. R3D registered V5.
What's it sound like on the live end, Ryan? Are you still listening on the live end?
Yeah, it's not bad.
How'd that takeoff look? It should have been pretty good, actually. Should have been.
Takeoff was beautiful.
The only thing I need to do some adjusting still is my yoke, like pulling back, adjusting sensitivity, because it's still a bit. It needs a little more adjustment, because I think my thing is I'm pulling back, and TFM doesn't always announce the pitch quick enough for me, so I'm thinking like it's not lifting when it actually probably is.
Yeah.
And so then I pull back more, you know what I mean? And so that's where that overspeed or underspeed warning comes on, because my pitch is getting up too high. Like I'd like it to be at like.
I watched you do your last couple of landings, and dude, you've been spot on. Like
I know, dude. It's been nice. It's been nice.
your nose is hit right on those lines. Like it's been beautiful.
Yeah, that's what my sister said. She said, you know, she's like, it really amazes me how you get that nose line right up with landing. She's like, you couldn't get it no more dead on.
No, you can't. And I don't even think pilots get it more real let on than you get it. Like you get it. I mean, you're pretty spot
Landing
on.
off.
Like, it's,
Left fixed landing light off. Right
That's
fixed landing
awesome.
light off.
It's pretty good.
Taxi light off.
What's that volume on? Should I bring it down a little bit more? You guys think it's still loud?
That's partially. Nah, it's alright now.
Yeah, you're good now.
I can tell you that's partially. I mean, if you find the 7.4 and the triple, like that's partially due to the amazing autopilots in that.
No, this is in the 7.3, not the 4.
Oh, okay.
The 7.3.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
7.4. I mean, because I mean the other thing with me is like I can see them white lines, and so when it's coming in, I try to move my yoke
I can.
left and right to try to line up the nose as good as I can, because the lines are white, and the Runway's like a
The
black
contrast
or
is perfect.
like a dark. Yeah, perfect contrast. And it goes well.
Hey, at
Like
least we know in real life if we need someone who can land a plane perfectly, we call on you.
yeah, give me somebody up there who can read all that crap to me. Yeah.
We'll just have, we'll have George be the pilot and you, John, you be the co-pilot and just line the lines up.
Call George up and be like, George, we got a problem, bud. What's going on, John? Well, I went on a trip and I'm on a 737 right now, and the pilot has passed out. And
You even get Steven in ATC, then there you go.
yeah, I got to land this thing, George. What do I do here, buddy? Cause he'll be like, well, just have him read you the stuff and do what you do, buddy. Okay. I mean, if it came down to life or death, I would definitely give it my best ability. You know, I'm not going to say that I could do it. I'm not going to say that I could. Because I think that training in a sim does make it better. There's better odds that you've been in the sim and you can understand the mathematics
Well, I mean,
of...
pilots train in sims all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And understanding all that, you know, makes huge difference. Huge difference. And the airport, when you're contacting the airport and you tell them, hey, this guy, you know, he's never flown a real plane, but he's been flying in a sim for X amount of years, and, you know, they're going to take a little bit of a sigh, like, oh, okay, we can probably get him on the ground, you know.
Peyton logged onto the server. Peyton joined channel root.
Here,
Peyton left channel root.
bait.
Peyton joined channel.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Come on, Tampa.
Happy holidays, Peyton.
Tampa Bay, let's do this. Oh, I'm on Team Talk. I know someone. Alright.
Transition altitude.
Yeah, and I hope Brady
Check.
gets me more points because I kind of need that, you know?
18,257
Man, we're
ASL.
climbing. We're climbing beautifully. We're already at 18,000.
18,257 feet ASL.
Brady
Oh,
doesn't,
damn,
I mean,
Tampa
I guess for your
Tampa plane right now?
I guess because you're in fantasy league, I mean, but I'm like, man, like overall, I'm thinking, man, Brady doesn't need any more points. Brady could lose some points.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D
Nice.
registered V5.
I really hope the
Distance
Eagles
to
can
descent
get one more
colon
win, though,
256
because
slash
then
0
they
colon
can
0 colon
clinch
38
the,
colon 38.
gotcha.
All right, guys, so
Clinch-
256
clinch the,
miles till
Distance to
descent,
descent colon 254 slash 0 colon 0 colon 38 colon 50.
38 minutes. Not a long flight at all.
Wait, are we really gonna...
What's up?
Not much, just watching football.
What's up, Brian? You wish I'd saying something?
Oh, damn, I looked away from this game for a couple minutes and we're in overtime at 16 to 16. Son of a... Wow.
Damn, that's crazy.
Tampa
Yeah,
Bay
overtime.
versus
I wonder if I can listen to that on my Nest.
You can't.
Not in the Nest.
Tampa
Probably
Bay
on
versus the
your-
Tampa Bay versus the Arizona
Oh,
Cardinals.
I should be able to,
Cardinals
dude.
didn't
You
actually
can
used to
listen
be this
to.
good.
I'm pretty sure you can listen to the sports stuff on the Google Nest. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot what channel it's
Hopefully
on.
they
Like,
can pull
you
it
have to
off.
find your local Cardinals. Is it Cardinals or it might be on Westwood One? I don't know. It's
that?
probably on Westwood.
On what?
This game's actually working. This game's actually working.
Westwood One. I don't know what your local feed is. Would be that would.
Couldn't I just say?
I can get it on
couldn't I-
Sirius.
couldn't I tell it to listen to Westwood One?
Possibly.
Hey Google,
Try it.
listen to Westwood One.
First down, nice.
Wait, is that right?
Might be. Might not. You might not get it because
Whoop!
it sounds like a talk show.
Oh,
No, that's not football. What the
God. Okay, Google. You are fired. Stop. Hey, Google. Listen to NFL football.
24,000 feet.
Not song. I said NFL.
oh,
Damn it.
oh,
What
Mike
the
Evans?
fuck?
Come on, Mike. Mikey.
No, that's so fucking
No.
pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, I still want Tampa to.
Hey, Google.
What?
Stop. I'll have to.
That's hilarious.
Wait, I do have XM radio, though, on there.
Yeah, let's do channel
25,000 feet.
81, I think. Listen to NFL radio on Sirius. Do that.
Evans?
So, is that what I'd say? Listen to
NFL radio, yeah. Sirius.
NFL
Let me check to see if it's anything
NFL
on
radio
there.
on Sirius. Hey, Google.
Oh.
Listen to NFL radio on Sirius.
Nice.
It ain't ended. I just got this subscription. Oh, Jesus. I'll have to go in there and fix it. Hang on it. Hey, Google. You suck. The world. No! What?
What the was it gonna send?
Don't send me a dirty bomb in the mail.
26,298 feet ASL. 26,437 feet ASL.
Alright, we're at 26,000 feet, guys. We're going up to 33,000. We have got
Distance to descent: 224/0:0:29:38.
29 minutes. Like I said, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't mess up this time, but I'm pretty sure last time it gave me that GPS invalid as well. And then when I went to come in and start my descent, every other waypoint would say path unachievable, path unachievable, path unachievable. When they wasn't.
27,000 feet.
I hate that shit.
Like the thing was, I was there every time, dead on.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. If,
that is one good thing I like about the VNav in 2020 over P3D is that it does that very infrequently.
Yeah.
Where are you guys flying today?
Well, I'm trying to fly over to Charlotte again to see if I can actually complete the flight. I had to bail out last time because it was all messed up.
Shortcut Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
Shit,
shortcut
man.
Charlotte.
Daryl landed in Houston last night. I got like a negative 161. It was his best landing he ever had, as far as I was aware. Like last
On
week.
let me guess, was he on 2020 or what?
He was on 2020, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was flying the PMGG. It was his best landing he ever seen him have.
Oh, I'm sure he felt good about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have any files you want me to have, send me an email with like links to them because I've been downloading a lot of aircraft just fine today.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I'll look and see tomorrow on what.
No rush.
What we'll figure out tomorrow what you
might
need.
it.
And then,
If he's flying freeway, you may want to give him a key.
I got the TDS A300, the A330,
29,000 feet.
the ATR-72, the Bombardier.
Yeah, did I give did
400 and
the ATR-72 is a good plane, man.
Did
That's
you
a-
save
that's a
the
really
key?
Good, like,
did
smaller
Did I
regional
give
jet.
you a key for?
Tramp?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'd be a good key. It was one that that should be a good one. I think.
Alright.
I've had a few different keys given to me, but I know from the two sources that I've used, they're both good sources, so that one there should work for you.
Yeah, I had that too because I was copying it down and then I lost it.
You lost it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'll
Because
give you.
I was-
I'll give you. Well, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can. I'll give you a different key. I'm gonna ask the person first. Well, you know what? I'll give you the one I was gonna give you to begin with. 'Cause I know that.
I still have it. I can send it. You don't have
Okay.
it.
So we'll get you a key one way or one way or the other. You'll have the key for it.
Yeah.
30,601
I
feet
also
ASL.
I'm downloading the A320 family pack from Riku.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
The
That's a
Buccaneers
good
won 19
pack.
to 16 against the Cardinals.
Nice.
Oh, wow, that's
30,881 feet
surprising at all.
ASL.
That Tom Brady.
294
Tom
knots
Brady
indicated.
does his. Yeah, Tom Brady does his normal trickery at the end of like the last minutes of the game.
This sound pack here actually sounds pretty good that I installed for 7.3. The sounds came from a real cockpit, so.
So
I
that
don't know.
was-
Every sound pack
the
that they
Buccaneers
sell,
have
it seems.
won 7
Every,
games and lost 8. Cardinals have won 4.
Folder view list FS Airlines 17 of 66. Aerosoft FS Airlines
So that
17 of 6.
basically
Tooltip
means the
first process
Cardinals'
LASO 40
chances of
PMDG
winning
Ops
the
Center 40
playoffs
PACX
are pretty
54
much
of
slim to
R3DV
none
person
now.
1 dash process LASO
Right
40
there.
PMDG Ops Center 44 PACX 54 of 66. Visual Studio.
Well,
TSS
yeah,
Flight
I
Simulator,
suppose so,
TSS
yeah.
Boeing 737-800 Pilot Edition HDFSX 2 of 66, date created, 12/01/2022 14:42 size, 90, real weather 11 of 66, fly central, person 1 dash RCV, sim brief down, Lockheed Martin registered, Lockheed Martin registered, R3D registered, V5.
Yeah.
Alright, here comes cruise altitude.
32,212 feet ASL.
Kind of hoping the Eagles
932 feet
can
per
win
minute.
their next only game.
906 feet per minute.
They can get in the
892 feet per
playoffs.
minute.
They can win the one game they need to get in.
902 feet per minute.
They can
906
get
feet
a
per minute.
chance to get the Super Bowl.
32,535 feet ASL. 32,606
They
feet
just lost
ASL.
against the Cowboys yesterday. in the fourth
906 feet per
quarter.
minute. 32,658 feet ASL. 32,694 feet ASL.
From the flight deck, this is your first officer. We've reached our cruising altitude, and as anticipated, the air is pretty smooth, so we're going to go ahead and flip off that seatbelt sign. However, do not need to get out of
32,778 feet
the
ASL.
cabin. Please stay seated with that seatbelt fastened. As you all know,
Seatbelt selector on,
turbulence
N1
is
light off, N1 light
unpredictable
off,
and can
chimes
occur
on.
at any moment. In the meantime,
Dome
sit
lights
back,
bright.
relax, and we'll talk to you when we get a little closer to our destination.
Left runway turn off light on. Right runway turn off light on. Left runway turn off light off. Right runway turn off light off.
Yeah, this is a really good sound pack. Now you hear the sound that it's came to cruise. It's like the engines are idling out.
33,000 feet.
Yep.
282 knots indicated.
Yeah, this is a good one.
32,992 feet ASL. 282 knots indicated. 3 feet per minute.
Oh yeah, definitely.
16 feet per minute. 13 feet per minute. 3 feet per minute.
Right, we're gonna set our altitude for the runway.
Settings row 1 column 2. Act RTE legs 1 select form 1 row star untitled dash note at the hangout dash team talk 5 MCP altitude row 2 column 3. Level change indicator. V-nav indicator on Alt plus. Hold off button Alt. Level change. V-nav on. Intervene button. Altitude edit Alt plus E selected 33,000.
So, what have you guys
Selection
been up
removed.
to? Because I haven't been on for a bit.
700.
Working on this flight, we had
registered.
some problems. Speaking
V5.
of that, for those that might have been watching the
Lockheed
live
Martin
stream
registered.
tonight,
Report
or if you're watching this at a later time, I appreciate the patience. I know you'd probably, probably wait for it to take off earlier, but
You registered V5.
it's just all part of simming, people. Sometimes you run across errors and you got to restart.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepare for.
No way around it. I'd rather restart and not have a bunch of errors through a whole flight and just be able to take off and not have problems from the beginning. I've been down that road
Watching
too.
some guy named DVI. I've been watching some guy on YouTube named DVI pilots.
32,998
But I've had
ASL.
flight before when I'd ignore like little things, like, well, no big deal. I'll get it working, and then you get up in the air and you're dealing with either underspeed or you're going too fast or just dumb stuff that you shouldn't have to deal with.
I tell you what really sucks is if you end up over trimming, like if you over trim, over what your CDU says you probably should be. Like I thought like one time that I was, this was in 2020, so I thought one time that I was, I was okay with the trim. I'd put the trim up to what it said it was. That was like, by default it was like under trimmed a bit, so I put it up. And I took off and, everything seemed okay until, I turned autopilot on and the thing would not stabilize. Probably because we had turbulence out the ass, and like the trim, like I don't know, I probably the autopilot would not trim the plane out and stabilize it enough. And I heard bang, and I heard bank angle, and I'm like,
yeah. Well, the problem is because once you set that in the system, it wants to continuously go back to what you want it to be set at, and then it's like, well, wait, that's not right. So it's like a double negative. It's fighting itself.
But I thought the autopilot was supposed to trim it out back to zero, like stabilize it.
Well, the autopilot will adjust your trim, but if you've got it, it's kind of like altitude, right? If you set your cruise altitude to 33,000, then no matter what altitude you put in there, it's gonna go to 33,000. Like that's where it knows to keep it. So I think it does the same thing, because I've had that same problem with trim where I overdid it. Matter of fact, not even a few weeks ago, I set my trim to 6.1 instead of 5.8 because I thought, well, what kind of difference is that going to make? Over just a little bit. No big deal.
Oh yeah, it makes a lot of difference.
Or I was at 5, or I was at I was at 5.8 is where it wanted it, and I set it to 6 point, yeah. So two more numbers off, it'd have been at 6, right? 5.8, then 5.9, then 6. Because it goes up from 5.1 to 5.2, 5.3, 5.4.
Yeah, but 5.81, 5.82, 5.83. So you got to think about you're almost 20 numbers up.
No, because it was at 5. It was at 5.8. Well, I didn't tell you. It was at 5.8. Like it was almost at 6, or at
Peyton left channel. Peyton logged out of the
either
server.
way.
I guess a big rule of thumb is to round down. Like if it says you have to be at 5.81, probably best to be at maybe like 5 point.
Peyton joined
yeah,
channel.
if it says like 5.81,
5.5 or 5.6.
I mean, if it says 7. Let's say it said 5.85. Let's just make it something simple. If it said 5.85, then you'd be safe at 5.8.
5.8.
Yeah. Because you're only off by 5 numbers, so it's not. But where I was, it was off too much, man, and it just kept trying to go back to that and back to that, and I'm like, this is bad. So, but what you should have been able to do, Josh, because I did right bracket Control T, changed my trim setting, and it fixed it. because I changed the actual trim.
You changed
setting.
your trim setting to yeah, but what did you change the trim setting to? Like you put it back to 0 to stabilize it?
Well, I put it back. I put it where it
4 at
wanted it.
least?
I put it where it wanted it to be in the beginning. It wanted it at 6.1. So I put it back to 6.1,
okay, yeah.
and then it stabilized it and brought it back to what it needed to be at. See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
what
think
it-
the reason why I left it is because I thought that I was like near where I wanted it to be, so I thought
yeah,
it was correct.
that's why I did it
But I
too.
guess it wasn't.
But I'm like you. I learned real quick. No. Trim is one of them things, just like altitude. Those two things you can't fuck around with, because
32,997
it
feet
fits every
ASL.
time. Let's see what we got here,
Distance to
guys.
descent: 120/0:0:15:27.
120 miles to go.
But I mean, even the best pilots, make those silly mistakes in the beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Settings
I think
01
that's
columns. Act
important for
RTE legs 1
people,
slash
who
Act
watch this
RTE legs
stream
1
to
slash 4
understand,
Act TF.
You're gonna make
Act RTE
mistakes.
legs 1 slash 4 Act R.
You're always gonna make a mistake once or twice.
Yep.
It's knowing how you're gonna correct
Approach rep
that
1 slash
mistake.
1 post 1 colon
And
150
think on your
2 case 3 colon 8,677 FT 2,645 M40 degrees 143 KT.
Exactly.
Don't beat yourselves up for it if you do, because no one here is perfect at
Yep.
this.
You make a mistake, just
Never.
correct it and go on. I mean, it's not a big deal. Alright, let's get our,
Hills
we'll
at
go
4
ahead and
T
get our
slash
descent
5
letter
24 6
weather
colon less
in
index
here.
land 6 25 colon less on slash off 26 colon less index ALTN test land SPD rest for FTA 4 25 land 6 colon land 5 colon 4 colon 25 colon land 6 colon less forecast day now greater land 6 colon less forecast day now
There
greater.
it is, let's forecast.
Woo!
We hit some turbulence there. Did you hear that?
FTA 425 6 colon less forecast day now greater. 4 land 5 day 6 colon less request land.
Yeah, I like
6
that
colon
one.
less
It
request.
does sound
Day
good.
winds 6 colon less request land. Day 6
Not a
land
big
6
turbulence.
colon less request. 5 day with 6 land 6 colon less request. Land 5 day with 6 colon request. Land 4 land 5 day 6 land 6 colon request. 4 land 5 day with 6 land 6 colon less request land 4 5 colon 5 day 6 colon less request
Now I'm
land
downloading the A340,
land 5
by
day
the
6
way.
land 6 colon less request day winds 6 colon less
CDU message
request
display.
seek land
Forecast uplink ready.
There it is.
land 5 day with 6 colon load greater
Load grader.
Yeah, that's a
left
big
FMC
ass
light off
deal,
right
man.
FMC light off CDU
Oh,
number 1
okay.
message light off
Sorry.
CDU number 2 message light off left
CDU message
FMC light
display.
on right FMC
Descent
light off
forecast
CDU
uplink.
number 1 execute key available
Seatbelt
left
CDU
sign.
message
FMC light
cleared.
off right up
Is first officer good at doing the seatbelt sign for turbulence?
Not when there's turbulence, no.
Act day forecasts act day forecast 1 colon FL 185
I wish he would, but
Well, it can only do this. Well,
left
Pro
FMC light
doesn't
on right
really
FMC light on
Unable to
CDU
have
number
it
1
Pro
message
doesn't
light on
operate the
CDU number 2
seatbelt at
message
all.
light on chimes off chimes off
Next, we'll put it on. Like you could set it to put it on at top of climb, top of descent, or manual, or I think there's
Seatbelt
like
selector off.
10,000 feet or whatever. But like it doesn't.
Seatbelt
It
selector
can't
off.
know when there's turbulence or like it. He doesn't have.
well,
the ability to,
actually
like,
it
take
could. Actually, it
figure
could
out whether it's
because
turbo.
if it was programmed, it could because it could pay attention to your when you do right bracket V, you can tell you got turbulence by looking at that. If it's going like
Yeah, the
minus
vertical
100,
speed. Yeah.
yeah. So if it went by that, it could tell, actually, but he ain't got it programmed to do
Act
that.
RTE 1 colon Skyway 0.771 Act RTE legs 1 slash 4
But,
154 1 colon Skyway
It's just-
0.775
it's
slash
a
FL
flight thing, right?
330
Because you have to put your seatbelt signs on, seatbelt signs
1
off,
Act
and all that.
RTE
Yeah, but it's cool that we
Yeah,
get
it's a
to,
pilot.
slash 4
it's cool that
Tap
we
on
get to simulate that anyway. We get to do that ourselves, and but as you can tell, I got the button here. I can turn it off.
Seatbelt selector off
Seatbelt selector off.
Peyton left channel Peyton logged out of the
Or I can
server
turn it back on.
Seatbelt selector on.
There we
Act
go.
RTE legs 1/4.
All right, let's take a
Distance
look.
to descent colon 91/0:0:11.
Yep. Right in front of the yoke where there's four buttons straight back from the yoke that flip up and down. Well, switches, not buttons. Switches, but yeah. All right, we
Distance to descent colon 87/0.
87
And if I
miles.
understand correctly, you have to manually do all that, right? Like you have to manually program all of those switches to do something, or does it? Did any
No,
of
there's
them
there's a profile you download with the. You got to download the Honeycomb program or Honeycomb, and then I can give you the files, the profile files for it, and then you load them up. And once you load them in, you gotta. So if you're not flying your PMDG, you gotta open the Honeycomb and activate PMDG, or if you're not flying Payware, you open Honeycomb and you deactivate your PMDG, or to set it in there to deactivate it. That way you've got your, you can use your switches for, like, through P3D or whatever. Because otherwise it's connected to Honeycomb and it turns off the switches for P3D, obviously.
Oh, I see.
But
Colon 0
it's
colon 11.
real simple to do,
Distance
though.
to descent colon 78/0 colon 0 colon 10 colon 3.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and...
Folder view. Lockheed Act RT settings row. Form 1 row 1 column 4 after takeoff. CH descent CHKLST button.
I wish the sound wouldn't go away when I alt tab like it. Some of my sound doesn't. The fan sound stays there, but the engines disappear.
After descent CHKLST button.
Yeah, that's
After
a
takeoff,
that's a, you
CHKLST
can't,
button.
that's a P3D thing. You can't do anything about that,
Descent
unfortunately.
CHKLST
It sucks.
button. After takeoff, CHKLS descent CHK press.
How's it
Descent
hanging?
check.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V5.
Set.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake disarm. Auto
What?
brake 1.
Auto brakes.
Set.
Okay,
Landing
there we
data.
go. Let me...
Checked.
Form 1 row
Altimeters.
Act RT settings row
Check.
1 star untitled dash the hangout dash team talk 5
Completed.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar form Act set star untitled the hangout dash team talk 5 classic V5
say that
voice.
again,
The hand
Ryan, I
master
didn't
help.
hear you.
Channels lit master 47.
Oh, I said you have
65.
a message on channel
Checklist
from
complete.
Ezra.
Left
CDU
FMC
message
light
clear.
off
Ezra
right.
says, "Hey, my mans, how's it hanging? Love your channel. You inspire me to get flying."
Hey, Ezra, thank you, and things are going good. We had some complications
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D.
in
Lockheed
the
Martin
beginning, but we
registered.
got
Prepar.
through it. You just got to keep on pushing forward. Had some, my Bravo wasn't hooked up, so I had to hook it back up because it didn't like it. The fact that I unhooked it, it's like, nope, we're not flying without it, buddy. So I hooked that back up and restarted the flight, and yeah, here we are. On getting ready to start our descent here shortly.
Distance to descent colon 65/0 colon 0 colon 8 colon
65
4.
miles
You won't
till
leave
descent.
700.
It looks like
The hangout dash team top form 1 Act RTE legs 1/4 dash PM Act RTE
I want to make
Act
sure.
RTE left Act RTE land. Hole 1 colon low hold at. Land. Left 6 colon 25095 colon locus dash 0 for 183 colon 104 colon left parent 13 colon RW18L 148/798.
Okay, yeah, I set the altitude for 700.
184 colon equal 163/2400 1 colon cub 179/3000 Act art 143 degrees 17.3 clear scratch.
If you
head
can,
land.
well, I don't know if Pro does this, but I know in 2020
Zero,
the
zero, three,
in
zero,
Next
zero,
the
land.
first officer will actually
Request
set your
button,
landing
red only, multi-line
altitude, so it'll
100,
set
RTE 101
your
colon cub 179/3000
landing altitude, whatever
Oh.
the closest available.
CDU number 1 execute key
Speaking of
available.
that,
Execute key available. App start cursor.
Is there something that I got to do to make it do
Normal
that,
cursor.
or does it just do it? I feel like it does that.
CDU number 1 execute key unavailable. Execute key off. MODRTE
Yeah,
leg
from
3/4.
my experience with Pro, that it doesn't do that.
CDU message displayed.
What I usually do is
170
in
KTS in
2020 is I'll set it if I can catch it when TFM tells me that he said it, I'll remember it and set my cruising at my MCP altitude to that altitude when I descend.
Form 1 settings road star on type destination runway road.
And I usually get the ILS pretty much every time.
Airport edit land.
I need to set my. I'm glad you said
ACLT. Runway
I gotta set
airport
my
CKCT land.
frequency
8
for
runways
ILS.
Runway 18L, 18R, 18L. Lockheed Martin registered
I'm glad you reminded me of that, Josh.
18L. Airport edit select. Ills name call frequency colon 110.35.
Oh, that would have been bad if you didn't set it.
Colon 182.9.
182, 110.35, 182.
Set nav radios. Nav 1 frequency edit selected 110.35. Nav 1 course edit selected 182. Nav 2 frequency edit selected 110.35. Nav 2 course edit selected 182. Nav 1 course edit selected 182. Nav 1 frequency edit. Choose destination runway. Ills take. Set nav radio. Nav 1 course edit selected 182. Choose destination runway. Set nav radios. Nav 1 frequency edit selected 110.35. Nav 1 course edit. Nav 2. OK but pressed. Ills details edit red only multi-line course. Airport edit. Runway. OK but no. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V5.
Now, what were you saying about the what do you mean it would set the altitude for what? Like,
I set your landing altitude for, say, like minimums, where PMDG it'll let the GPWS system know what a good landing altitude for the minimums is, where that would be a good time, well, if you're a sighted person, to turn off autopilot and then manually land the aircraft. But for us, we usually got Command B on.
Well, P3D it don't do that. It don't do that in P3D. But I set mine to I'll set my altitude to
the runway altitude.
Well, I'll set it to the
or a little lower maybe.
That, or you can set it to the holding altitude if you had to do a go around. Because once you're connected, it's not going to matter. Once you're, you can set it to 30,000.
But if you set it higher than what what the glide slope is, you're probably not going to catch it because it's going to level off at
well, yeah,
whatever altitude you set. But if you set it lower than the glide slope,
I'm talking about once you get connected to the ILS, you can.
Once you get connected to ILS, you can do whatever. Like you can turn off autopilot and it'll still
follow. When I connect to the
follow.
ILS, I always set to hold speed in case I got to do a go around. Because then if I got to do a go around, all I got to do is initiate the go around, and it's going to go to that altitude.
Yeah, do toga.
But
put flaps and gear up.
Yeah. But what I do before I get connected, I set it to closest to the runway. So, like in this one here is 798. So I set my altitude to 700.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
the last thing you want to do is chase your ILS.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
That's what I want to do.
I've done that before, and that's never a good thing. I've done that when learning the PMDG. It's not a good freaking feeling to chase that thing.
No. And if you try doing that on VATSIM, they will be all over your ass anyways. Like, you should never have to chase it down. I know Andy had said something about you could chase it now that we can hear that, but technically we should never have to chase it.
Doesn't matter. Like you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You should have that plan.
So I'm just gonna hit it as low as I'm gonna hit it from below because I have a problem with trusting those numbers still.
Yeah.
Well, you generally want to hit it from below anyway. That's it.
Well, that's the idea. You want to, when you're below it, you can hit it a lot easier. It can do it from above.
Yeah.
Because I've done it.
I mean, you can, but
times.
it's there's I mean, if you're above it and you catch it, great. But if you're like in the coming from the wrong direction, like some stars will make you come in at.
It's really,
You know,
if you're not, it's the altitude. If you're only 500 or 1,000 above it, you're going to catch it. But if you're, you know,
yeah,
still 3,000 above,
that's why I recommend, because sometimes those 3,000 above or below,
I get rid of that shit.
stars and approaches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Distance to descent, 17/0:0: act RTE legs 2/4-PMDG 730.
Well, it's also
multi
important
act
to watch your
RTE
speed
legs
as you're
2/4.
landing, 'cause if you
1
come
colon, Lexi
into, you know, if you
250
don't slow
12,000
down
day.
fast enough.
I saw somebody on VATSIM last week coming in way too fast. Like it was one of those events. He was coming in way too fast, and I'm like, man.
Like right here, there's a 12,000.
Did you ever think you were gonna catch the
I'm getting
ILS?
rid of that 12,000A. I get rid of those. I don't.
I would just put 12,000 in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Approaching top of descent.
CDU message clear.
Left FM, land.
Yep.
Land. Send button. Edit land.
You just put 12,000 in and just put the put the left soft in with the
Unable to
the
170
corresponding
KTS
line.
and
Act RT 110 degrees 7.7 nm. Act RTE 101 colon. Jobit 250/11,000 12,000. 02 colon. ERHRT 240/10,000 B. 091 degree colon. FISHN 210/7,000. 14 colon. Cub 179/3,000.
11,000, 12,000. How did it do that?
Land. Act RTE legs
Because I got rid of the 12,000 or above, so it changed it to 11,000.
Yeah, but it says 11,000, 12,000. Did I hear that wrong?
No, it will. It will adjust.
Act RTE legs 2/3.
It's gonna either it's gonna be either 12,000 or 11,000. 12,000 to 11,000.
Act RTE legs 2/3. Land.
It's gonna be between those, either of those.
Land. Act RTE legs 2/3. Land. Act RTE legs
Better
1/3.
than what 12,000.
Land. 1 colon. Land. Act RTE legs 1.
A, I think it said.
Land. Act RT 100.
Which means it probably could have been would have been at like 13,000.
/FL 312. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. 32,661 feet AS.
And this thing sounds really good. I like the sound.
Colon 0/0.
I really like this sound pack.
Distance to descent.
Is that a
colon
pair or
0/0 colon 0 colon 0 colon 0.
But I'll hook you up with
TDS, yeah.
Distance to descent colon 0/0 colon 0 colon 0 colon 0. Auto throttle servos off.
I know he added a new feature for like, I don't fully understand it fully, but when you're flying now, you'll hear it say like auto row and it'll say like auto throttle something off. I don't know. It's this thing where it's like an autopilot for your auto throttle.
What, TFM?
Yeah, he'd have to explain it to you. I can't even do it. I don't even understand it.
He recorded it. He talked about it in that video he recorded, but I didn't follow it.
Yeah.
Wait, he made an auto. He made an.
He didn't make it.
An auto throttle.
No. He didn't make an auto throttle. It's a feature that's on the 737, so that it's like autopilot on your auto throttle and your autopilot. I'm not gonna try to explain it, dude, because I'm gonna fuck it up.
I mean, your autopilot controls your auto throttle, so it doesn't make sense.
Well, it does. It's part of the 737.
It's called auto row. You gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll look at the video.
Yeah, you'd have to watch that video because I was listening, but I didn't really.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V5. 29,153 feet. Act RT 112 degrees 71 colon. Fay 270/FL 248. 29,000 feet.
No, I didn't see it. 24,000A, but that's
Lockheed
okay.
Martin registered. Prepar 3. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 28,733 feet ASL.
We'll be okay with that one.
Distance to destination colon 113/0 colon 0 colon 15 colon 35.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one because we're still out quite a bit. I only have this trouble at Charlotte. I don't know what it is about Charlotte, but every time I run into these weird situations with it, and I don't know. Maybe
Charlotte's a weird airport.
Maybe this one will be better. We'll see. I feel like it's got something to do with that GPS, because I think last time it said GPS, about it not being set correctly or whatever, invalid. But I don't know how how do you set the GPS to make it valid? I have no idea. Because the IRU, it sets it. And
no, it's a thing. It must be I get that with 2020 a lot. I never got that with P3D. I never got that with P3D. I wonder if it's a...
I don't think it's a bug, dude.
Like a route problem?
Whatever. We're going to find out here, but I bet you...
I'm going
to have a problem with landing. I bet you.
No, I mean I don't know, because I've had it.
You seem to be doing okay so far.
I've had it on landing before, but I haven't had it and I've only had it before the startup checklist or whatever, but it's never. It doesn't seem to matter very much, at least on. I mean, it should. I mean, it's a valid GPS. That seems like a problem.
GPS is something that definitely matters in the cockpit, bro. Like, you don't got your GPS right, I don't care what your flight plan is, it can throw you off very easily if your GPS isn't right. Like, GPS has got to be dead on, or your flight plan wouldn't be right. Right? Because your waypoint,
but your
GPS.
I mean,
it don't matter if your
GPS uses itself to find
I agree. I just.
We'll see here. I don't know.
I haven't gotten
it. It's been doing good so far, so I'm curious where the error is,
only
because you've been hitting waypoints
XRT
great.
113 degree 17.61 colon JJNY 265 / FL 190 FL 270 113 degree 23,360 Lockheed Martin registered Prepar 3D registered V5 row 1 column 2 Lockheed Martin registered.
Yeah, I didn't get no route discontinuity, so
274 knots in. MCP speed indicated airspeed edit red only alt plus E selected 183 20
if you put the transition and stuff in, it's if you I think the biggest mistake a lot of us make is we put the wrong transition in sometimes. That's how we get the most discontinuities. So if you put the correct transition in, you have to really make sure that that's the correct one, it's connected with your star.
I don't put a transition.
Then
if it's not on there, I don't select one to replace it.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Like most of the time, 95% of the time, I have no trouble landing the 7.3. Like I hit my runways every freaking time. But Charlotte, no. No. It's got to be a Charlotte thing, man, or something. So far, so good, though. I've not heard anything about
21,138 feet ASL
being, path unachievable. I've not heard that once, so we might be all right.
That's good. I hate that.
20,804, 276 knots indicated.
Man, it's like, listen to them engine. This descent is beautiful right now.
It is.
Engine 1, N1 colon 42, N2 colon 69.
I wonder if Charlotte's runways are weird. Let's see.
What was the command for seeing what your throttle percentage is?
What runway are you landing at?
18 left.
Control, I think it's is it right bracket. Control 1, I think.
4.0%, 499
yeah,
pounds
see, like
thrust.
right now, it's right where it needs to be.
Engine 1 colon 4.0%, 499 pounds thrust.
499 pounds of thrust. I mean, throttles are.
Yeah, and the throttle 2 is going to be at 4% of 2. It's going to be balanced right
Engine
off.
2 colon 4.0%, 506 pounds thrust.
The thrust is a little bit higher. Like 2 is 506 pounds, and one is like 400 and...
Well,
Engine 1
that's
colon,
probably that's
4.0%,
because of
515 pounds
the
thrust.
of that throw, auto throttle was that auto throttle flare setting we turned on. I think
Yeah.
that's why that, because in case you have to go around.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It keeps the thrust up.
Now, the only thing about tonight is it could be a different active runway, and I might be landing on a... But I think it wouldn't matter because I'm offline. But if I was on VATSIM or something, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. On VATSIM, usually what I do is, I mean, especially if it's going to be control line, I'll wait until they give me a runway to,
Yeah.
you know, and then I'll tell FSFO
17,640,
which
281
runway it
knots
is, and then they'll just set the
183.
ILS.
MCP speed. Intervene off button Alt plus I. Indicated airspeed edit red only Alt plus E selected 183 left F. Intervene off button Alt plus I. Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepare 3D registered. 282 knots indicated. 16,953 feet ASL. 282 knots indicated.
Return your seats to their upright position and store your luggage either in the overhead compartment
I'm trying to see how the
in front of you.
jet will do on, if, like, you know, on descent with speeds instead of like me always changing it right away, you know, for 10,000 for like 250. I'm trying to see how accurate it will adjust itself, but
283 knots indicated. Auto throttle servos on.
see, it said auto throttle servos on. I don't know what that means.
280 knots indicated.
Oh, interesting. I don't know what
280
that
knots
is either.
indicated. 280 knots indicated.
CDU message clear.
280 knots indicated. 280 knots indicated. 15,598 feet. MCP speed row 1 column.
CDU
Act
message
RTE
display.
legs 1 edit red only multi
Drag
line
required.
selected. Act RTE legs.
Oh,
Lockheed
okay,
Martin,
that's what
Lockheed
it's
Martin
saying.
registered.
Speed brake armed.
Drag required.
283 knots indicated. The speed box is already. Act RTE legs 1 slash MCP speed C slash O dash intervene off button Alt plus I pressed.
CDU message clear.
Indicated airspeed edit red only Alt plus E selected 183 speed in. 2 land selection. 250 Lockheed Martin register. Lockheed Martin register.
By the way, it is kind of cool that, I mean, and yeah, I mean, this has been a TFM stable for a while, but it's been a habit to me to
Spoiler
just tab
retracted.
through it. But if we do right bracket
14,460
Shift
ASL.
F and just do
Speed brake
Alt
arm
B,
267
Command B
indicated.
will just turn on.
If you do left bracket Shift F and then Alt B,
Right bracket Shift F and then Alt B, Command B will turn on if
it
you
just
have it
turns
set
on
up correctly.
automatically. Okay. Yeah. That's good to know because I was thinking you had to tab to it.
14,100. 257 knots indicated. 14,179 feet ASL. Distance to destination : 58 slash 0 : 0 : 10 : 34.
I think we're doing good here,
MCP speed
guys.
row 1 column. Act RTE legs 1 slash 3 edit red only. Act RTE 110 degrees 7.31 : Galaxy 250 slash 12,000. 110 degrees
The
7.3
approach
nm.
runway for 18 left at Charlotte's not a straight-on approach.
No. Nope.
No, it looks.
But when I line up with it, it'd be straight. It's gonna be straight when I put my nose lined up with it.
Act RTE 110 degrees 7.3 nm.
It's got a pretty steep slope on it too. It looks like from the
Act
map.
RTE 110 degrees 5.4 nm.
Yeah, it's got like it's not a 3.0, it's like a
Act RTE
like
110
a negative
degrees 5.4
5.0,
and
which
Act
is
RTE
yeah, it's
legs
gonna
1
be
slash
like
110
a
degrees
sleep
5.4
descent.
nm. Act RTE 110 degrees 5.4 nm. 1 : Galaxy 250 slash
London
12,000.
City is like that too. London City is a
110
pretty damn
4.7 nm.
steep. Like you got to go in there with like a
13,417
smaller
ASL.
I'm
body
dead on
plane,
you guys. Like it
or
wants
you
me
won't
at,
be getting in there.
it wants me at 12,000 at this next
1 :
waypoint.
Galaxy 250
And
slash
which is
12,000.
12,000.
110 degrees 4.7 nm.
Got 4 miles to go and I'm already at 13,000. So I'm perfect. This is perfect so far.
Nav 1 : 110.35. Course : 182.
Man, I always tell when it gets night because it starts getting colder out here. Even with my heaters going, shit. This heater over
13,000
here,
feet.
this radiator heater is going back to Walmart tomorrow.
Alexa, what's the weather at
I'm
Charlotte
getting a better
Douglas
one.
International Airport?
Wind colon
Alexa, what's
270
the
at
weather
22
in
knots.
Charlotte,
Gust at
North
0 knots.
Carolina?
Wind is 272.
Wind colon 270 at 22 knots.
degrees,
Gust at 0
wow,
knots.
That's cool.
Wind colon 270 at 22 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
Yeah, my
No, it's
weather.
only gonna be 24.
My weather's dead on for
Wind
it
colon
too.
270 at 22 knots. Gust at 0
22
knots.
knots.
It's gonna be
wind gusts
colder
at
here than
0.
it is in North Carolina. That's
18
sad.
degrees.
Yeah.
12,170. Lockheed Martin Reg MCP speed row 1 to hangout dash T form 1 settings star on type act Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3 Lockheed Martin Reg
That's 18
12,095
degrees.
253 knots in
Well, yeah, because I'm still up at 12,000 feet.
Oh yeah, you are.
19
Yeah,
degrees.
you're still 12,000 feet. Yeah.
wind colon 270 at 22 knots. Gust at 0 knots. Act RTE legs 1 edit red home.
All right, let's
Act
see
RTE
here,
leg
guys.
110 degrees 1.1 colon Galaxy 250 slash 12,000 Lockheed Martin registered pre Lockheed Martin 11,567 feet ASL.
I'm a little ahead of the
Act
waypoint.
RTE legs
That's
1 edit
okay.
red only multi. Land. Act RTE 110 degrees 4.1 colon Joba 250 slash 11,000 12,000.
That's what you heard. 11,000, 12,000. I changed the one above it, and it changed the other one to 11,000 slash.
Auto throttle
Which means
servo.
Oh, I
as
see.
long as I'm at 11,000 or 12,000, basically is what it's saying.
Act RT 110 degrees 4.1 N. Act Art 110 degrees 2.4 NM 11,000 feet.
Well, did you change the speed? You can just change the altitude, so you can like
Lockheed Martin registered
put in like say 12,000, and then just select the line select key associated with that waypoint if you want to get rid of that. You know, if you want to change the altitude, or you have to put the speed in too with it.
10,980 247 knots indicated.
Yeah, we're good now.
Suspect-
We're good.
suspect you
250.
can't disable first officers.
10,989 feet
and
AS.
only use PACX.
Spoilers retracted.
Or is that PMDG?
250 knots indicated.
What is it?
No, it's PICX, I think.
10,928.
No, that one wasn't.
9784 feet.
PACX
No,
sounds
that
much more
was-
clearer than.
That was first officer talking.
251 knots indicated.
Just saying that we're at
Act
10,000.
RTE legs 1 MCP speed row 1
First
indicated
officer
airspeed
has
at
its own
intervene
flight
indicated
attendant.
airspeed selection.
Yeah, yeah,
Left
yeah.
right door,
I would.
Lockheed Martin
If I was
registered
using,
registered
I was using
RTE
PSX, I would just turn that
MCP
FSFO one off,
240.
so that
10,296.
I'll leave it
9286
on
feet
because I
at.
like to simulate
Flaps
everything
and transit light on.
that you would get in the plane. I don't turn nothing off.
Flaps 1.
It's no point of Simmons in my point, but it's just my own preference.
10,087 feet
Yeah,
ASL. 94.
yeah,
Flight
but for
attendants
the
makes no sense.
CP over
two
speed 1
two
Mach.
different yeah the
10,000
the PACX is supposed to simulate a flight attendant.
Flaps and transit light
The
on.
first
Flaps and transit
officer,
light on.
I guess if
Auto
you don't
throttle
have
servo on.
PACX, it simulates it too. But like,
PCA, Peace
Landing
PAX
on. Left
is a
retractable
flight
landing light on.
attendant.
Right
It's not the
retractable landing.
pilot.
Light
It's a
on.
flight attendant that
Left
comes
fixed
on.
landing light on.
First
Right
officer,
fixed landing light on.
it does it too, but
Taxi light.
first officer has a flight attendant in it as well.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean,
because the female voice is not your first officer.
MCP speed. Act RTE legs 1 slash
Alright.
edit
hold
red
on,
on.
let me pay attention.
Act
What's going
RTE
on here?
091 degrees 0.61 colon ERHRT 240 slash 10,000 B.
Okay.
091 degrees 0.6 and 1 colon 0911 degree Act RTE 01 colon ERHRT 240 slash 02 colon FISHN 210 slash 7000.
Okay.
Lockheed
we're
Martin
gonna change
MCP
that.
speed row 1 column indicated airspeed edit alt plus E select 210.
Okay, there we go.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 2 Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3 deer Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3 deer 210. 9,009 feet ASL 7995. 242.
Flaps 2.
I'll be impressed if this works out.
80 at 10 feet ASL 79. 240 knots indicated. 210. 238 knots indicated. Flaps 2. 8690 feet ASL.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Wind colon 270 at 20 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
We do got some wind, but there's no wind gusts so
Nav 1
far.
has localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 184.
See, it said Nav 1 has localizer. That's a good thing to know.
Flaps 5. MCPs act RTE legs 1 slash 2 edit off act RT 091 degrees 9.1 colon FISHN 210 slash 7000. Act RT 091 degrees 5.2 nm. 1 colon FISHN 210 slash 7000 8000 feet. Lockheed Martin registered creep R3D red Lockheed Martin registered creep 7934 feet AS 7097 feet at 217 knots indicated. Auto throttle servos on.
Approach hold on.
818 up. Right 93. 214 knots indicated. Approach mode light on. Approach on. Flaps 5. 915 up. 212 knots indicated. 7645. 677. 212 knots indicated. Act RTE leg. Act RTE legs 1.
Why is it reading your...
It's supposed to.
Act RTE leg 0911 colon FISHN 210 slash 7000. 142 colon code 179 slash 3000.
Yeah, it's going to read your localizer
degrees
too.
4.9 nm.
Or your, it reads the altitude.
Lockheed Martin registered creep R. Lockheed Martin registered creep R3D registered V5.
Localizer and glide
11
slope.
up. Right 94.
Reading that. It just lets you know where you're at. I don't chase it down. I'll let it,
7160. 6250. 213 knots indicated. Flaps 5.
As you descend, was you, as you descend and if your heading is correct, that your localizer should just catch right on and
Tie on about 10 degrees.
read you right to the glide slope. Interesting how that works.
666. 5685. 222 knots indicated. 1295 up. Right 73 189. 223 knots indicated. 223 knots indicated. 220 knots indicated. 1256 up. Right 62.
There you go, baby.
1256. Nav 1 colon 110.35. Course colon 184. Hills glide slope angle colon minus 360.0 degrees. Hills slash DME 18L localizer heading colon 184.
Glide slope alive.
1066 up. 851 up. Right 41. MCP speed row 1 column 2. MCP speed. Lockheed Martin registered creep R3D. Lockheed Martin registered creep R3D registered V5. 952 up. Right 38. MC Act RTE legs 1 slash 2 dash P. Edit red on. Act RT 144 degrees 13 1 colon code 179 slash 3000. Land. Act RT 144 degrees 12.7 Lockheed Martin registered creep R. MCP speed row 1 column 3. The hangout dash form 1 row 2 column settings row 2 star untitled MCP navigation row 2 column left flight director on button alt plus F. Act RTE Lockheed Martin 6 Lockheed Martin registered creep R3 57 4 4920 190 knots indicated 731 up. Right 39. 56 4791 feet at 189 knots indicated. 700 MCP Act RTE MCP speed row 1 indicated airspeed edit alt plus E selected 189 selection removed. 160 600 Lockheed Martin registered creep R 160 5414 feet ASL 730 189 knots indicated. 629 up. Right 40. 647 up. Right 40.
Close. Then I can just alt tab to it, hit alt B
642 up. Right 40. 605 up. Right 40.
Be good.
605 up. Right 40. 500 up. Right 41. 500 up. Right 41. 502 up. Right 41. 502
I've got my
up.
reverse
Right
thrust
41.
fixed too on my Bravo where I can pull my levers back and flip them 2 switches forward.
524
And
up. Right 41.
Nice.
524 up. Right 41.
I'm glad that the ILS is finally fixed now,
41.
the readings of it.
Oh man, you ain't kidding. They got so...
294 up. Right 41.
Hearing it say like 45,000 above. Like
320
what?
up. Right 41. 240 up. Right 41. 4427 feet ASL. 3717 feet ACL. 159 knots indicated. 240 up. Right 41. 172 up.
Did I say right 41 it
620
said?
feet per minute. 61 up.
Yes.
Right 40.
It's got to make another turn here in a minute.
189 up. Right 40. Distance to destination colon 12 slash 0 colon 0.
He's slowly turning.
4159 feet ASL. 3369 feet AG. 207. 4069 feet ASL.
We're still above 4,000.
157 up.
Well,
Right 40.
We'll see what happens here. I don't know. We'll see.
139 up. Right 40.
Yeah, you should be able to.
104
You
up,
should
right
be
40.
catching it around like
Right 40.
3,500,
66 up.
2,500 or
Right
so.
40.
AG,
Oh yeah,
AG,
we're getting ready to catch it.
48 up. Right 40. 27 down. Right 40.
There it goes.
13 up. Right 40.
Come on, baby.
No.
39 down. Right 40.
It's gonna catch it.
16 down. Right 40.
13 up. 39 down low.
67 down. Right 40. 79 down. Right 40.
No, but you want to do less now.
79 down.
DNAV off.
Wait,
43
no.
down. Right
No,
40.
no.
MCP navigation row 1 column
It
2.
caught
MCP
it.
navigation
Alt
left
B.
flight direct.
Command B on.
CMDB light on.
Command A
CMDB
off.
on. Left
Nope,
flight director light off.
it
Right flight
didn't.
director light on.
Command A on.
CMDA light on. CMDA
Command B
on.
off.
Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin
Let's see if
registered.
I can get it with the
R3D
RNAV
registered.
then.
3246 feet ASL.
Well, sometimes you can't always get a complete auto land. I've learned that.
He didn't make that turn though. It's still 40 right. I wonder why that is.
I don't know why it's saying that because we definitely made a
Gear
turn
lever
here.
down. Nose gear and transit light on. Left
I
gear
don't
and
think
transit
I
light
don't
on.
know.
Right gear and transit light on. Flaps 15. Gear
I
down.
don't get
dot.
that all the time.
159 knots indicated. 2874. 2063 feet. 158 knots indicated.
We'll see what happens here. See if I can get it on an RNAV.
MCP speed indicated. Airspeed at alt
If
plus
we
E
do,
selected
I'm going to be
160.
very impressed.
Select 140. Lockheed Martin registered. 2659 feet ASL. 1944 feet at 159 knots indicated.
Flaps 30.
Flaps and transit light on. Flaps extended light off. Flaps and
Where's your slope?
2417 feet 8. 1683 feet. 150 knots indicated.
And I might still be able to catch that too.
Flaps 40.
I've learned that as well, but I don't know about here.
Flaps 40. 142 knots indicated.
It stopped announcing it.
MCP navigation row 1 column 2. MCP navigate.
Command B on. Command A off.
CMD.
Nope.
Command A on.
Lockheed Martin registered.
Command
R3D
B
registered.
We're
V5
not,
row 1.
we're not getting the full auto land.
139 knots indicated. 1984 feet ASL. 1201 feet
That's
AG.
okay. Let's.
The handout Lockheed Martin MC.
Yeah, I've never been able to catch that at Charlotte.
Landing checklist.
The handout Lockheed Martin registered. R3D registered. V5.
Engine start switches.
Maybe gotta be like a little slower. I don't know. Maybe like 140 or something.
Flaps.
Set.
140 knots.
Checklist complete.
Minus 768 feet per minute. Speed brake arm light on.
I mean, my vertical looks good. My speed looks good. Let's see what happens here, guys. I don't know.
Distance to destination colon 2 slash 0 colon 0 colon 1 colon 1.
We might be all right. Yeah.
1482 feet ASL.
2 miles out. Yeah.
140 knots indicated.
I'll be damned.
Minus 748 feet per minute.
Minus 748. I'm good with anything between minus 6 something and 7 something on the descent. That is.
1178 feet ASL. 404 feet AG.
300.
Come on, baby. Treat me good.
Come on, you got this.
Come on, baby.
Minimums.
895 feet at 114 feet AG.
Command A off.
CMDA light off. Auto pitch off. Auto roll off. CMDA off.
On ground.
Light state dash landed. Auto throttle off.
138 knots. 139 knots.
You did it.
141 knots. 141 knots.
Reverse thrust.
137 knots. 131 knots. 122 knots. 116 knots. 107 knots.
100 knots.
92 knots.
80 knots.
85 knots.
Mecklenburg, North Carolina, United States, Eastern Standard
80
Time.
knots.
60 knots.
62 knots. 58 knots.
Reverse idle.
Speed brake arm
53
light
knots.
off.
Yeah, I was wondering when you're going to
45
manually
knots.
brake
Parking
there.
brake light on.
17 knots.
Check
Light state
that
back
out,
on.
buddy.
Engine number 1 reverser light off. Engine number 2. Unknown cursor. Accu selector on. Mecklenburg. Landing rate colon minus 1000. Landing off.
Well done.
Using RNAV.
Accu low oil pressure light on. Accu low oil.
Yeah, RNAV.
Left master caution light off. Right master caution
Yeah.
light off. Flight controls warning.
Yeah,
light off. Doors
RNAV.
warning.
I mean, RNAVs are good. I mean,
Start
better
window.
than
Inside
freaking
list.
visual.
Lockheed Martin Form 1
Good
the
thing-
handout MC
good thing you didn't have any, you know,
column. Star on title F3WXD3-64-bit-stamp F3WXD3-stamp Android edition window edit.
Well, the problem with that
Land
is I
number 1.
bounced. Someone to look on FS
Ignition
Airlines
off.
see what
Number
they
2
give me.
F3WXD3-64-bit.
Because now I can't go by my rating that it said with TFM because it would be wrong.
F3WXD3 Lockheed Martin registered
what does
R3D
FS
registered
say?
V5 flaps and
Let's see.
start window pin tiles list.
Where is
Lockheed
it
Martin
at?
Form 1 the hand MCRT settings FS Air star on title lock
Oh, here it
the
is.
MR set FS Airlines row 2 column 3 number 2 generator off. No next review mode elect object screen review land bottom top land flaps 2
Oh, come
and no
on.
next bottom land num lock on batter num lock off no next object review bottom top land dual dash button care exit button and flight button seatbelt selector off
where is
seatbelt
it?
selector off flaps 0 Next
227.
edit.
Negative
Position
227.
anti-dash
Not bad.
left app right app
Even
Right
better,
forward
you
fuel
won't
pump
have
off.
that big long delay it took you from before, so that your
Lockheed Martin
passengers
normal
should be
cursor.
happy with you too.
FS Airlines left dash button caret exit button and flight rest
They better be.
caret button exit next button rest FS Airlines transponder mode transponder dash button
From the flight deck, welcome to our destination. We'll be taxiing for
Oh,
a few
now he's
moments,
gonna
so
talk
please
for a
stay
minute.
with your seatbelts
Yeah,
fastened.
yeah, come on.
For the weather, it's dry and moderate temperatures, so you may just want to have a light jacket when you deboard the airplane.
Light jacket, hell,
Once
you're
again,
on
thanks for
crack,
flying.
buddy.
We
It's
hope to
cold
see you
out
on a
there.
future flight.
transponder mode SPP that next button rest
Dude lost his mind.
F dash button next button rest dash button
What does he think
exit
the
button.
weather is? My God.
He said, you might need a light jacket. You think?
Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3 Form 1 column 2 Form 1
Yeah, he
Lockheed
22
Martin
probably,
light jacket.
new notification window
probably
The
Chat
handout
Packs
dash
is
team
better
talk
at
5
the
MCP navigation
weather
row 1 column
weather
MCP navigation new
interpretation
notification window
there.
the handout dash team talk 5 RTE legs 1/1
Guys,
RTE
I'm
legs
going to tell you,
new
though,
notification the handout
and
dash team settings row 1 column
maybe it's
settings
just
normal
me,
cursor
but Charlotte is
New
not an
the
easy
handout dash
airport to
team
land
talk
at.
star on title the handout dash team talk the handout
I've
No,
always
Charlotte's
had,
definitely not a beginner.
No.
I've always had complications landing there. I'm not going to lie about it.
28.1
It's just
control
always been
window start
it's
recording
just a
checkbox
hard
not stop streaming
place
checkbox
to
check
land at. So, all right, guys, I appreciate your patience. We're going to get out of here for now, being we put, 2.5 hours into a 1 hour flight. So it's beautiful. Anyways, till next time, y'all take care. Hope you enjoy the flight. Enjoy the video. Be sure to share it with your friend. Till next time, we'll talk to you then. And remember, March 1st, we're going to see who gave the most shares. And you can get some money put in your pocket. So.